Well, that's how you do it. I take a lesson from everybody else to sit and watch all these guys live streams, and they're always a few minutes late. So
I was even early this time.
I just fire and forget.
just turn it on and let it go.
Right? Walk away. I'll be back.
And start playing with like an air grinder or something in the background. Like,
hey, we're live, huh?
Yeah, finally.
I can go grab a blowtorch and get some real content going.
I need a blowtorch, a piece of bubble gum, and a ace of spades.
Give me a pair of clip and a penny. I can go try to start my car.
Just do hours of turning metal on lathe. I swear it'd probably get a lot of views.
Go with an SNR video.
Well, I just got that plasma cutter.
Yay, it works.
I just got the plasma cutter, so I can just start playing around with plasma cutting and stuff.
Nice.
How's that working out?
Next is chop saw.
What's up, old school repair shop?
Above ground,
Yeah.
struggling. That's about it.
I think there's a lot of that going around right now. A combination of above ground and struggling. It's been a heck of a year.
Mine's a different form of struggling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With grandfather and family going through hell. Simple way of putting it.
Yeah, it can be tough. It can be real tough.
Yeah, but we're getting through it. Last doctor appointment grandfather had, everything was going the way we want it to go.
It went the way you want it to go. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd almost bet. Well, I don't want to go down a dark road. Let's keep it light and airy. It's Christmas. I'll do my best to cheer you up. What's the last thing? What's your current project, old school?
Current project. Wow. Video series. I've been editing up a video series where I built a full 3-point hitch for the old Suburban.
Awesome.
Last time I tried to get one, it cost me $3,000 and my car being away for about a week.
That's a sweet
Yeah,
project.
it sucks. Then a month later, I had to go back to that body shop.
Is that on your? Oh, you got hit.
Yeah, that's when I hit that deer at 70.
Oh no, man! You have it.
I hit a boar at 60 with the Jeep, and hitting a boar at 60 with no sway bar and no steering stabilizer, it brings it. In fact, I think pieces of it's still under.
Oh my god! What kind of Jeep do you have?
What's that?
What kind of Jeep do you have?
CJ7.
Oh, nice, awesome.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
it's old.
I used to love wheeling. I had a little XJ and modded it out. It did really well, but
I
I
have
like
an
the old one.
I have
I
a
got this for
customer's
wheeling.
I have a customer's XJ right now that I'm putting on the frame stiffeners. So a company CNC cutted the new frame plates to go wrap around the unibody. And what I'm doing, I basically have all the suspension out of it, and I'm putting frame stiffeners and welding them up. And then I'm going to put the long arm kit on the frame stiffener. That way it's more of a rigid body. And it's on an XJ. And it's on a manual XJ at that.
Dude, an XJ with a manual XJ, that's awesome. But an XJ with a full long arm is going to be insane. It's going to be insane.
That's what I'm building for a customer right now.
That is so awesome.
But I tried to convince him that he needs to find some Super Duty axles, and we can put some 1-tons on it. Then I can fabricate the new wheel wells and push the axle out and open up the body a little bit, so that way he can have more up travel on his stuff. And then he can get some like ORIs or some King coilovers, and then we can really do that.
Do you film all this stuff and put it up on your channel, or?
No, not. I do little snippets on Instagram. But when it comes to customers' vehicles, I'm really careful.
Yeah. Sometimes you can be, but I think people would like to see it.
With my
I'd watch it.
With my Jeep, I just did a quick overview because I did a lot of custom work to my Jeep.
That's awesome.
And right now I'm working on 1-ton, putting 1-tons under my CJ. Well, they're 4 9-inch. Center sections over there. I just set up the ring and pinions. I'll throw them in there as soon as I get the housings.
That's cool. That's so awesome. What else? Tim M. What's up, brother? What projects you got going on right now?
Me?
Yes.
Nothing exciting really. Actually, just Christmas coming around and the kids and all that crap, and work's been busy. So
Yeah. Anything coming up? You got some projects that you're going to be you're thinking about working on, or something you're excited to get started?
I don't do I'm a maintenance guy, apartment maintenance, and I do remodeling and stuff.
Yeah.
And next year I'm going to start my own handyman business. So that should be a lot of fun.
I think there's going to be a lot of money in the next few years in skilled trades with the economy the way it is. People that have skills that are going to be doing that stuff on their own, that can choose to cut certain people a break or adjust their prices, have a little more flexibility, and actually be the one responsible for the business. I think those people are going to be probably some of the most successful people in the country. I really do.
Completely agree with you.
That's a smart move.
Because I've been getting nothing but freaking empty garage for the last couple months.
Yeah, it's all about them finding you too. So that's the other side. You got to make sure that you market yourself right, and because people want you. Trust me, they need you. They want you. They want your service. They just don't know you're there, and that is a hard part, trying to get them to know you're there.
Yeah, but I mean, if you kill it and just being reliable, not bullshitting on prices and stuff, and just build your business, and then word of mouth spreads pretty quick,
Yeah, absolutely. What state are you in?
Pennsylvania.
Okay. If you were in Texas, I got a build project coming up. I could use your help on. Dude, I am.
What part of Texas are you from?
I'm sorry?
What part of Texas are you from?
Oh, East Texas, up near like an hour and a half east of Dallas. So we live out in the woods in the middle of nowhere. So we've got some acreage on lake and play with chainsaws and 4-wheel drives and all that. And then this is my shop. It's my drill mill behind me, and there's a chainsaw sharpener I just restored. And tractor Steven and I are working on, and welding tables and plasma cutters and welders.
What size shop is that?
30 by 40, and I've been waiting for it my whole life.
We built it.
For it me and Steven and Roger. Did you come down to the shop? I don't think.
What?
No, I didn't come up and help you put it together.
No, Roger's been instrumental on the tractor, on the whole tractor,
Okay.
and also all the other.
Man, Roger, I could have sworn you were there.
I'm trying to expand or work on the work with the owner to. I don't know if I'm in a partnership, and I don't know if we're gonna move or not. But I want to cut out the back part and make it to where we can start doing like buses and like RVs and stuff like that.
Nice. That would be awesome. I'm switching over to see who's here. Oh, MC Engineering, Brad's Workbench, Steven Dooley.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind maybe expanding this place. It's just I don't want to knock down these old walls. They've been here since the garage was built. And this is back when my great-grandfather owned the building. Because him and my grandfather built this shop.
Yeah, a lot of times it's better just to pour a new pad and build a brand new shop instead of trying to modify an existing structure like that.
Yeah.
Run into problems and other people's fixes, and
I got a bigger shop and already need a bigger one.
that's always the problem. I remember telling Justin we were standing on the concrete pad. We were talking about the size of a shop, and I think Justin, you told me, no, man, this is gonna be perfect. This is gonna be perfect size. I'm gonna have this here. I'm gonna have this. You gotta trust my vision. Like, man, I know. If it's a 120, you're gonna have it filled up. If it's 80 by 120, we're gonna have it filled up.
Yeah, it's terrible, dude. I've got stuff everywhere right now too. It's an absolute mess.
Yeah.
I'll do maybe I'll do a mobile tour in a little while. But Roger's barn is. I think the last thing he needs is more space. He's got a huge barn. How big is that building, Roger?
About 60 by 80.
That's a huge shop.
And there's stuff everywhere. It's pretty awesome.
There's a dirt floor, so everything in there is on dirt.
Good.
And then you can look for days and still not find everything. There's so much cool stuff in that shop.
Yeah.
It is. It's awesome. It's it's a place that Andrew would love to go pick. Like it's got so much good stuff in it.
Really?
Or anyone that likes tractors. Chucky would go nuts too.
I'm trying to get another lift so I can the 4-post lift so I could just like at night I could just put a vehicle up and park another car underneath of it and lock it under.
Yeah.
You ever thought about trying to build your own lift?
No.
I do not want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Like, okay, we can build like a mechanical version of that, with some winches or something, or just build it ourselves instead of paying like 10 grand for a decent lift.
That's how I did it. I tried doing something like that and it did not go well.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm waiting for a fabrication shop to start selling all their stuff, so I get a tubing vendor, so I can start making like chassis and roll cages. A little bit better. It's a little bit better than what I was doing with the Harbor Freight stuff.
Oh.
No offense to Harbor Freight, but I mean, after using their tube notcher for about like 4 or 5 different tries.
This is no joke, but I grew up by the woods and stuff, and when I was about, we'll say 7 or 8, that's not too embarrassing, right?
Yeah.
So I was convinced I could build a car out of like wood. So like there'd be tires and stuff. I would go down the woods and start rolling the tires out and set up like a frame on the ground. And I got so far and I'm like, this is not realistic at all.
Yeah. I did the same thing. I think it was like, those little plastic milk crates that you have?
Yeah.
I think I was trying to make one of those into a car with like sticks running through it and then maybe rocks for wheels. Worked great.
Robert has a question for me. He asked me how the lathe is going. The lathe is going somewhat. I turned my first piece of metal with it, but the carriage is still not fixed. I had to kind of just push the carriage by hand slowly. I got a gear coming in. That little gear was $90. Thanks to the guy I bought it from, Andy, up in Godly. He bought the gear for me. And now the half nut, but I'm going to have to get with the fiber on that half nut build.
What model lathe is that?
The lathe, it's an old Craftsman Atlas. It's made by Atlas.
Next time you take it apart, take a look at that half nut and make sure it's not stripped out.
Yeah, I would have done it tonight, but my tool, as y'all can see, my tool cart ain't in here. It's in the house. I was doing that 4.0 for my mom, which is still ain't done. And I just pushed the tool cart in my bedroom because I didn't want to have to push it back out tonight.
Yeah, I got a neighbor who has an old Bridgeport. I'm going to try to get that off him.
I wish
Old
I had
Bridgeport
Bridgeport.
But when I hear someone say Bridgeport, I immediately think RX-7 rotary Bridgeport, or a Wankel engine Bridgeport, or like a 20B, a 13B. But I know what you're talking about.
I got one.
Yeah, my neighbor has like all this. He has a full machine shop, and God bless him, he's getting up there in age, and he can hardly get around. I know for a fact that old Bridgeport's just sitting in the corner of his garage, and it's never been kicked on since it's been brand new.
I've been scouring Facebook, Craigslist, and eBay trying to find somebody to put up a listing for a lathe or mill or something like that, to where I can just hopefully they don't know what they have and I can get it for around $1,000 or less. Because if you check any kind of marketplace or kind of classifieds or anything, you can find those deals.
Yeah,
man, everybody's
bigger
so
ones cheaper than
out of them on freaking everything right now.
I seen bigger ones cheaper than I've seen the smaller ones like I got. I got lucky when I got this for $600 because everybody wanted way more for that little lathe. And it came with tooling.
Right. Hey, you got a good deal. What kind of lathe is it?
It's a Craftsman. It was made by Atlas, but this was probably about the last year they made it. the metal lathe, I would say. We lost you.
I got lucky. My lathe came with the building.
Figure something out real quick.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
I don't have a lathe yet. If I did, I would probably be doing like drive shaft work.
Can't hear you, Justin.
There, Justin.
Oh, that is cool.
How about now?
Yep.
We can hear you
There
now.
you go.
Hang on, Harry. I gotta take care of something.
What you been doing, Justin? Did you get it delivered? Was it there?
I think it was delivered. Oh, not yet.
Oh, you're killing me.
I'm excited though. I'm excited. You want to tell them, Steven?
Well, nah, you tell him. I'm trying to figure out my microphone situation right now.
Your mic sounds good. After 15 years of wanting and renting, I finally bought an excavator. So
Oh
pretty
man,
excited.
nice.
Yeah, dude, it's a mid-size excavator. It's a Cabelco 70 SR. It's got an Isuzu industrial diesel engine, and it's tight. It's tight. Everything is in. The undercarriage is in incredible shape, man. I mean, it's like 100%. So I'm excited. I'm real excited, and it's a beast. I was pushing up. They had a dirt pile out there. They let me play in, and I pushed up, put the blade down, and started pushing dirt with it. And it's so much more powerful than my Mahindra. Like it's just, it's got big tracks and everything. It's. I'm just real excited. So we're doing some land clearing and all that stuff right now, and it's neat. It's neat. I'm happy.
You guys hear
I
me?
need a dump truck, huh?
I need a dump truck real bad. I really like to find an old one and kind of fix it up. I don't know where I might be able to.
Or
I don't know
dump
where I-
trailer.
Yeah, I can hear you, Steven.
Okay.
I've been trying to negotiate with Roger for about a year to get this dump truck he's got. It's an old Ford. What year is that?
It is a 69.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful in its like the way it was used. You know what I mean? It just has that perfect 70s,
Got a lot
early
of patina
70s.
on it.
It does. Yeah, it looks
Got a
good.
nice work truck look to it.
Is
It
it like
does,
an
man.
older Chevy?
It's a Ford, and it's got a long bed on it too. That bed's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
long.
huge.
Yeah, it's about a 12-foot bed on it, and it's got PTO takeoff to make the dump truck, the dump work.
Well, it
Yeah,
got an NP. It's got an NP 435 Granny 4-speed.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. I love being on something like this with this many people that know cool stuff. Like it just makes me happy. We got a guy that can fix anything in a house, a guy that can fix any heavy equipment. We've got a guy, Roger, that knows everything about everything, that has taught me more in the 4 days I've worked with him than forever. Old School Repair Shop can like fabricate his own forelinks for the rear of the tractor, and then BS Small Engines can fix anything that, like, I don't know, that's just cool. I like it. It makes me happy. I was in a bad mood before this too, guys, so that's why I'm all like, because I'm actually happy. That kind of stuff really does make me happy.
This is the first time I'm interacting with you.
Yeah. I hadn't seen your channel or Instagram or anything like that, but it's cool. Seemed like you've got everything you do on lock. That's neat. Is the cool kid still saying on lock?
I
don't know.
No, you're a dork.
That's
I've
really
always-
funny.
I've always been a dork. Awesome. So anyway, yeah, dump truck. I wonder where I could find one.
Roger, where'd you get that dump truck at?
I can find a dump truck. There's one sitting right over here that hasn't ran in 40 years.
Yeah, what state?
Yeah, we
West
can't buy
Virginia?
stuff.
You want to make that trip?
Yeah.
You can always
Thought you
make
were
a dump
Pennsylvania.
truck.
I
Take a
picked mine up in Temple.
Take a front half of a frame and take some I-beams and then kind of stitch weld pieces from the I-beam to the front half of a truck frame, and then all you need is a carrier bearing, cross member, drive shaft, rear, and just make your own stake body, PTO.
The Chucky
Yep.
special.
Yeah. Kind of what Chucky did with the trailer. The thing was
Yeah.
too
Maybe
tall.
talk Chuck into making one for you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna build a frame of. I've always been scared to death to cut a frame and weld another frame to it.
Ah,
Put it on the road.
Have you ever seen Pakistani truck?
Yeah, that's why
Yes.
in Pakistan, not here.
Yes. That channel is awesome, dude. Those guys
It is
are
awesome.
They're awesome.
Those
If
are the
you
ones
guys
that pull the engine apart on the side of the road, right?
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
guys. If
they
you don't know
also
what we're
take,
talking
like-
about,
They'll say they also take like 2-foot leaf springs. They have 4-cylinder diesel motors, and it's like, oh, this truck's not strong enough, so we'll just put a frame over top of a frame. Wait, it's starting to bend. We need to put another frame on top of a frame to keep the strength. But they still have this like 4-cylinder, like high note diesel engine powering this like 100,000-pound truck going down the road with old school trolley brakes.
it's
Come
awesome.
on,
Aren't they like wood cabs too?
some of them.
Probably.
It's like Noah's Ark in the back of a. It's like Noah's Ark on a functional
It's
truck.
what I dreamed to build when I was a kid.
They have one video where they built a water tanker out of like a regular truck, just a regular like Isuzu style truck. And I highly suggest that everyone that's watching right now just open up another window and look at Pakistani trucks and then find that one. And for all of us that complain about not having a shop or anything like that, oh my God, dude, what these guys do out in the yard is incredible. It's incredible. I love it.
You should, I should bring up.
Rebuild the brakes or rebuild a clutch. They take it, tear it down, and do the whole clutch plates, everything, all themselves right there.
Yep.
Rip it together.
Cast parts, make parts. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. They do it all. And there's like 40 guys just descend upon a truck, tear it down, remove every rivet from the frame. I mean, it's just bare frame. Put different axles on it, beef up the frame in whatever spots. It's just crazy. And it really makes you, it's humbling because I'm like, yeah, I like to fabricate. And then I watch these guys build this truck in about a week. And I'm like, I don't know anything.
I can show you what my kitchen used to look like.
Awesome.
Let me find it.
I'm assuming it was full of truck.
I was rebuilding the transmission on the dining room table. I had the
Every one of us guys is thinking right now what our wives would do to us if they did that. Like we're like, we would be killed.
Oh man, you
I
ain't
barely
kidding.
get the garage, you know.
Jamie's just awesome. She runs that. She's a mechanic. She's still active duty military. And she
Nice.
flies. She's pretty awesome. I have to say that.
Okay, she can fly. She's got more bullets than I do.
I'm dying to get my pilot's license. Dying to. Let's see, where's that light?
I know. I looked into it. It's just expensive.
So this
I'm
is
terrified just to get into an airplane.
Oh yeah, transmission on the table.
That's awesome. It looks well organized though. Like I kind of pictured this just like stuff everywhere because I know what it would look like if I did it, I guess. That's awesome. Like, is that vapor honed, that case, that T case?
that T case is actually an Atlas.
Okay, so it is vapor. It's from the factory vapor honed.
Yeah, so I was gonna rebuild the original transfer case with the 4-to-1 and the HD outers, but by the time I put all the pieces together, it was like $200. I could get a brand new turnkey transfer case, the gear set I want, the spline count that I want, the yoke that I want, and the clocking that I want. And it's just, why not, right?
That's awesome.
And then I took a transmission off of a newer Jeep and I put it on the older Jeep. And I'm taking Ford axles and putting it in a Jeep. It's
Four axles?
Ford. I'm doing Ford.
Oh,
9.
Ford. I was like, 4 axles? It's going to be a tank, literally. So, Steven, what have you been working on?
Besides a fire truck.
Besides beef jerky, it caught me with a mouthful.
That was terrible timing. I'm sorry, man. My bad.
I also
Trying to get a snack.
Wasn't planned or anything.
Today, me, my wife, my 2 boys went to Godly, Texas. The church that we go to opened up a new campus there, so we went there to chairs together, do the flower beds, that kind of stuff, get church ready. And then me and another fireman, Jesse, got a call, so we started heading back into Granbury. They canceled us out on the call, so then I went with him on an AC job to install a Mr. Cool, believe it or not. Yeah.
Yeah, I can take my jacket off now. I just turned them on. It's awesome. Oh, that's the coolest thing about the shop is it's heated and cooled. Where is it?
I bet.
Well, I have a heater. I don't need anything cool. Like,
Right.
it was like 104 degrees the one day when I was finishing up the LS swap Wrangler. It was like 100. Yeah, it was over 100 degrees inside the shop, and I could not get the air fuel mixture right in the programming.
That's tough.
I had the same problem the other day. Was adjusting my chainsaw and I tuned it up inside, and I totally forgot about it. But I tuned it up inside, and it was like about 36 outside, and I had it about 75 inside the shop. And so this thing is ripping, dude. You know, I took the carburetor apart and took the adjusters out and took the caps off and to where I could adjust it. And so I had it all tuned up. I did a muffler mod on it, and then I took it outside to use it, and it was like, blah, blah. And I took it back in the shop, and I fired it up, and I'm like, yep, it's the temperature. It's literally the air density changed that much from inside a warm shop. So that is a negative about having a warm shop. If you tune something inside an air-conditioned shop and then take it out in the sun, it's totally different tuning. So I retuned it outside.
What a terrible problem to have.
Huh?
So what a terrible problem to have. Dang, I got to readjust it when I get outside.
Space heater.
I got waste oil and coal heating over here.
That's good.
To get the tuning right, I had to turn math off and do just speed density, run it around and figure out where I wanted the parameters. I'm just getting new into tuning right now. This was the LS. This is an LS and a Wrangler that I was finishing up.
That's awesome.
The best thing for Jeeps is an LS swap. Other than that, Jeeps are garbage. Sorry for the people.
Yeah, shove a Cummins in it.
They're made by Dodge. I own a Dodge. Like, the only thing I like about my Dodge is the motor that's sitting in the front, and that's it. And even that gives me trouble sometimes. But yeah, Chrysler makes terrible vehicles.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Oh, they have
Fiat, right?
Yeah.
a secure gateway feature that makes it hard to work with. But I mean, you get the programming for it eventually.
No, I'm gonna stick with my old iron.
Yeah.
It's easy to mess with that.
Yeah,
Right.
like the old metal. Yeah, it's fun. I like all manner of things. I've been doing a lot of weird stuff, like tuning electric motors for those builds, and there's a lot of it's just stuff I've never done before. And then I'm getting into 3D printing right now because I need to build props and prototype stuff, and they make castable wax 3D printing stuff, so that's pretty cool. So I've been learning all that, and
Always wanted to mess with that stuff.
it's fun, but it is it's a lot to learn. Trying to learn CAD and everything, all while trying to learn how to program.
Yeah.
Like
Motors
CNC axes.
Yeah.
That 3D printing still blows my mind. Like my brain can't really,
Comprehend what's going on.
Yeah, it's like that shouldn't be real. Like I remember the first time someone said like 3D printing. I'm like, like you could just make stuff out of thin air, and they're like,
Print it up.
yeah, and I'm like, that can't be real. And I Googled it, and it was real. I was like, I did run CNC machines in high school, but that was like a flat surface, like it was cutting out stuff. It wasn't, morphing things there.
Yeah, they're incredible, man. They're incredible, and they have their place. I guess they're getting better, and they're making stronger components now. And if you buy one of the expensive ones that does it has carbon fiber in it that runs linear, like through the entire piece, like it's full strand. So it's not that it's full, but instead of having chipped carbon fiber inside the plastic, which really does nothing. I mean, it does nothing. The strands are running in line, and so that makes it real strong in tension. It's really cool, really, really cool. So
Be cool if you need like fabricate a part or something, you know, like just something that you can't get anymore.
I can't wait till those little metal ones come up and they're actually affordable.
yeah.
Hit print out in the shop. A couple hours later, it comes up. You've got a metal part that's like you just put a machine surface on it or something, good to go.
Yeah, I don't have it here, but MC Engineering, he if you watch, well, I think one of my last kayak videos, he got a 5-axis setup for his mill, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna make you a prop," and I'm like, "Yes!" And he machined a prop, and it's awesome, dude. Just watching it rotate around and do it. I can't wait to test that prop out. I've just been so busy, but it's awesome. So yeah, check out MC Engineering channel too.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Get a little better weather before you go out playing in the water.
Yeah, it's a little it's not the best time of year for it.
No.
This is the perfect time of year to go play in the snow for up here.
I miss snow, man. I want to get.
I do not miss snow. You can keep that stuff up there. I lived in Pennsylvania all my life. As soon as I got to Texas, I'm still debating if I should like more permanently homestead down here in Texas. I lived in Pennsylvania all my life.
A little feedback loop there.
Yeah,
That was-
somebody's.
My fault. It was my fault.
Justin, come on. Amateur hour here, man.
Oh, sorry.
That's why you're at the bottom.
I just dropped a new video like 10 minutes ago, and I'm seeing if it's got any views yet.
Oh,
There you go.
I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow.
Okay.
What was that tiny thing you pulled up there, freaking Steven? What is that, a little pea shooter?
no, it's there you go.
I was talking about the other one.
Is that a cheerleader beer?
Absolutely.
Come on, dude.
I think
Freaking
Craig's
Mountain
right,
Dew and
Justin.
vodka. You're on my level.
What's that, BS?
Check out what Craig just posted.
Kayak test track. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll be there to help test that out.
That's pretty funny. Man, Craig's got a lot more equipment coming in today. I don't know if you guys follow him on Instagram, but oh my gosh, that guy
What's his Instagram?
is a big MC Engineering, I believe.
No,
I don't know.
Craig Camp on Instagram.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look. I don't know if I have him or not. I'm hearing a feedback loop again, Justin.
It's not me.
Y'all with your high-tech YouTubing stuff.
Hot Rod. All the links are in the description.
The Brandon Bunch. I like that one.
I'm not even reading comments. I need to read comments.
Hot rods repair.
I almost
It's still
came up
bad for your
to. I almost
junior
came
high.
up to Brandon's. I still hear myself. I sound like an idiot.
Hot Rod Repairs. Mine is
your head.
The Good of the Land is the name of the channel if you're trying
And
to
the
find
link's
it.
in the description.
Oh,
But
the link will be in
everybody's
the
description. Except Old School and Roger, because I didn't know they was going to be here. So,
You know,
I
I'm
had to
trying to
tell
get
you.
on here as much as possible. You can just throw me on there.
well, I had to pay for
That's my first time getting on live.
I had to pay for the monthly subscription to StreamYard so I could get more than 6 people up on here. So I
That's
did
your
that.
first-
today.
Your first time, Roger?
Yep.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I had to hook up my camera, hook up my microphone, and get it all tested out last night. Went on live for a few minutes last night in the middle of the night to check it out. It worked, so
Yeah.
Good to go.
Guys, at the end of the stream, I'm giving away this roofing hatchet.
Oh, I thought you said at the end of the stream we're giving away roofies for a second. I'm like, what in the world did I just hear?
That was a heck of a party.
I think we're a little
I'm
too
down.
far apart distance-wise to be.
No, you don't ever want to take a roofie. I accidentally roofied myself one time.
All right, story time, boys and
Yeah.
girls.
So back in my younger days, before I met my wife,
Who's a cop?
yeah, who was a cop at the time. A buddy of mine had a bottle of pills, and it was supposed to be, regular Tylenol or aspirin or whatever. Why did I just get me?
To the spotlight.
Front and center here.
So I've had headaches my whole life, sinus headaches and everything. So I go out to his car, I get this bottle. I'm like, oh, look, some white pills. It must be aspirin or whatever. And I take 2 or 3 or whatever. So go inside and I fell asleep. I'm like, I don't remember, like, it's probably 24 hours, just gone. And in the meantime, I've gone and I don't think I should be telling the story on the time.
Years ago,
I had driven somewhere, and when I got back to my buddy's house, next couple of days, I figured out that, I shouldn't be hanging out at my buddy's house because every single pill bottle, he had different kinds of pills and everything. It was like, great. Turns out that one had roofies in it. So, yeah, roofied myself.
Damn.
I love the way to get rid of a headache.
And that was, for the record, we're probably talking like 2000, 2001. Years and years ago.
I mean, yeah, it's not too long ago, but
Yeah, just 20 years ago.
Just 20.
I mean, this last year has felt about 20 years long, so.
It's true.
2020 felt like it's been 20 years long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad it's going to be over.
I can't complain. Well, I can't complain too much, guys, because I got a lot of stuff done that I wanted to get done this year. I still got a lot more to do. Like my tractor, I still got to put a new clutch in it.
Maybe
But-
you should just sell it and go buy yourself a John Deere there,
Ah,
Brandon.
you know what John Deere's with the color money? Because it takes a lot of it to work on one,
Nothing runs like a deer if you shoot it in the ass.
right?
Well, there's reasons why they paint formals red. That way you can find them when they're broken down.
Little tractor trash talk there.
I
Could
can
be
tell
worse.
you this, man.
You
I can
call
to fire up my John Deere, and it's been sitting for the last 3 years.
Mahindras are pink. They don't come pink, but they become pink.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a buffer to it and maybe go out and
Expensive lawn
clear
ornaments.
coat it. Yeah, it is. It's actually been good to have the past couple weeks, but it's
You
not
should
made
do-
for what I want to do with it. What's that?
You should really do that liner, like that Raptor liner stuff on it.
Yeah, get it in pink so everyone knows it's
Yeah.
a Mahindra still.
That's what I did. I did bed liner inside and out on my Jeep with a foam roller, and I recommend against it for the exterior because
Yeah,
it's so hard to keep clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a tractor, you ain't ever gonna be out there and washing it.
Raptor liner is really good for like DIY at home. It's got its own proprietary spray gun and it sticks really well if you prep it right.
The only
And it
thing
lasts.
I'll say,
I've
the
never
only
done
thing I don't
Raptor
like
liner.
about
I've done Linex. Linex is expensive, but man, that's some good stuff.
the only
It
thing I don't like about Raptor liner, and I've used it on customers, is if it sits out in the sun too long, it will fade into like a gray.
You know what I like is I just have like one of those rubber mats in the bed of my truck.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't care about the sidewalls, just the bed. You know, a little extra.
Ooh.
I still
Speaking
have
of
a
beds,
drop in. I still have a drop in my truck, and I like the drop in a way because I can slide stuff in and out, and it's just easier.
Got a new update on the bed?
yes. Let me grab a couple of parts. I'll bring them back over here real quick, and then I'll show everybody. I got a flatbed that I'm building right now. It's from DB Custom Beds. Oh, it's awesome. I'll get them.
Yeah, I can't use my truck as a truck.
Drop-in liner and one with the spray in. And the drop-in liner, everything slides all around when you're driving. And you can't keep it still. It'll run from one end to the other end of the bed. And the spray-in bed liner, it stays wherever you put it.
Oh yeah.
See, I just put like a piece of glue on in the bed if I need it to slide in and out. But for what I do, I like having that grip.
My bed's
All right.
just nothing but carpeting.
DD Fab.
There you go.
DD Fab right there. This is the fender. One side of the fender goes right here. And then the other right there. Bam, Cummins. That'll be nice. And then I put it all together, build the flatbed. There's like 20 more pieces. These are just the smaller ones. And but the center is actually going to be a wood bed. And I'm logging right now. We're cutting down trees. I'm going to figure out which tree I want to use. And I'm going to cut slabs and put big slabs in there and then stain them. And then actually burn in my logo first, like make a giant brand. Burn my logo into the middle of the wood. And then, beat the hell out of it. And then slap a
beer truck.
Yeah. And then I'll slap that VMAX multifunction and a Montezuma box on there. Ooh, I can't wait, man. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Can't wait to build this bed. That's going to be fun. A lot of welding.
You look good on that truck.
Yeah.
I like it. They did it. It's pretty cool. I can backlight these as well if I want to get all like cheese ball with it.
Yeah.
And,
What's your plan with that truck? Once you get it all done, you're gonna leave it white. You're gonna do something to the front, wrap it.
I'm gonna wrap it. We'll figure it out. My neighbor came over the other day and he's like, "Hey man, I got this awesome wrap deal. The Red Bull, the marketing company for Red Bull is gonna wrap my truck for me, and it'll say, Red Bull logo on it, and I get $600 a month to drive it around like that." I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." I'm like, I wonder if they, will market. Because marketing companies do stuff like this. I wonder if we can get a partial sponsor. I just want the wrap paid for. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, this is like the number one scam in the country right now. Like in 2 seconds. I stopped him. I stopped him like 3 minutes before he's about to wire these people $500. I was like, hey buddy, I really hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I just sent you a news video. Tell me if this sounds like your deal. And he's like, he texts back, shit.
Yeah.
Are you
Just pull your microphone down a little bit. There you go.
Are you doing a Cummins swap to that flatbed?
No, it's already got one in it.
He's taking the bed off his truck and putting the flatbed on it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was that 60s or one of the older ones.
No, I don't own that one.
Not yet.
You should.
Steven wants that tractor of yours out there. I think you're about ready for that, huh, Steve? Because Rogers Ford tractor.
The backhoe.
Is
the backhoe.
Is it a manual or is it manual or auto?
It's auto.
Oh, my head swapped around.
It's the world's best transmission ever made in that Dodge.
What year is it? I could probably guess what year is depending on the year.
It's a terrible transmission. 2006.
So it's got it's got an RH in it, or it's got an RFE.
I think it's a RE.
It's an RE.
48 RE, right, Steve?
Or 48 RH?
46.
48 REs were in 2008. The 48 RH was like up until the 2006.
48 RH, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
mine's an 08 and it has a 48 RE in it.
Yeah, when you get your transmission back, dude, I'm just gonna pull up to your house one day, drop your tranny, slide mine underneath, take off. You'll never know.
I got it all on a pallet and like ready to get shipped out. Hopefully, get done. Just pay for it and be done with it.
Just make sure you let me know
I
what color
rebuild a lot of like the 32 RHs, the 42 RLEs. Those are the main common ones that come in on the Jeeps.
Yeah, I would not know my way around a transmission one bit.
Me neither.
It's you gotta be. That's something I think you do have to have a little bit of being taught.
Yeah.
This is a gear off a front pump of a 32 RH that I had in the customers that had to replace the front pump assembly. It actually makes a good beer holder. It's like perfect size.
that does that oscillate, or does it oscillate inside there? The part.
So it's kind of like a conical. It oscillates. It's kind of hard to explain. It oscillates like this, and it'll drive the front pump behind the cover.
Yeah,
So,
it's so cool. You look at stuff like that, and you're like, wow, okay, like how is that a pump? It's awesome
because the gear kind of rotates.
Yeah, like a Wankel almost.
Yeah,
Like it
like
goes
like a rotary engine.
Goes
Yeah,
like this,
right.
like that.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
rotates. Yeah, it's cool. So BS, what you working on?
Yeah, come on, Brandon. What you been working on?
I see a 4-wheeler behind you.
Well, over here you got the. I gotta make one more. I gotta make one more of these.
Careful, Brandon.
I like to point out how
Target stands.
Metal target stand. What are you going to use to shoot it? Tell me an AR. Tell me an AR.
It's actually my uncle's 300 blackout. So yeah.
Hey, can I bring up my bow?
But I won't get the
AR.
I won't be there. It's going to my uncle's friend's place in East Texas, Crockett or whatever, out that way. Yes, 300
I didn't
acres.
think we're allowed to pull out guns on the stream. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
showed
Justin.
off some time.
But I was gonna say, I'm trying to catch up on a comment. Some Built Ever Bought said something about he's never seen a Dodge last past a winter without rusting. The best thing that I have seen for rust prevention is this concoction that I mixed up of transmission fluid and acetone, and I'd put it in a garden sprayer, and I would spray it all throughout my frame rails. And what it would do, it would embed into the metal and create like a seal and seal out all of the moisture into the salt that comes in, and it just works. But it's not environmentally friendly. Or just use used motor oil. It saved my Willie's Jeep at least.
Musty One uses chainsaw bar oil and a little bit of kerosene to thin it down, and he sprays it in the frame rails, and the bar oil tacks up and stays put.
Barrel is what I used in his lathe. That's what Craig recommended to use on the gears was barrel.
No, I think the easiest technique to where you don't even have to apply it, is just have your front U-joint go out and keep driving until it cracks your transmission, and then drive about 100 miles, and it'll coat everything.
Or the unanimous leaking rear main seal, and just let it spray.
Ask me how I know.
I don't drive a Dodge. I drive a Chevy.
I don't drive a Dodge. I drive a Fiat Ram.
Fiat Ram. Yep.
Justin, was that a recent story?
So Neil, you ready for your
what?
first one? The first
Recent
one, Neil.
story?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I
All
got
right, Neil wants to.
a screen
Go ahead,
share.
Neil.
Hold on, let me see here. Share screen.
I'm an expert on Dodges now after a Dodge Charger. $10,000 worth of work on it.
There we go.
All right.
First giveaway.
Oh, there you go.
Those look nice.
The first giveaway items, guys. Neil is giving away this gear drive set. Let's keep it to United States only, unfortunately, because prices and everything. So I guess what do y'all think? Pick numbers? Do like a number draw?
I would say what 1 to 100. Here,
Yeah, you pick the number.
here in the private chat. I'll send you guys a number right now. There we go, and it is sent, so you guys know what that number is.
Hey, why did this
Okay.
86 pop up? Kidding, guys.
So, guys, you know what that means? Start spamming the chat.
So yeah, and Gear Drive is a work pro. Well, I guess it's a Great Star tool, which is Work Pro, makes Work Pro. So it's a Work Pro theme.
Speaking of work pro, I haven't seen Sue in here, surprisingly.
Yeah.
I thought Sue would have been here tonight.
Oh yeah, she gets busy. We got some close ones in here. Got some real close numbers.
Yeah, real close.
This Mike Hodge guy, man, he'll get it. He gets everything.
Right?
It's him.
Oh, my God, you got it.
Mike Hodge.
Email
Mike
Neil.
Hodge.
Mike Hodge, congratulations.
Oh, Mike Hodge is a bit. No, wait. Look at the chat.
What?
Have y'all been to one of
34,
Roy's live
Mike Hodge.
giveaway?
35, Mike Hodge. 36, Mike
It's
Hodge.
crazy.
37. He's picked every single number.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. He starts somewhere and then he just starts going up.
Right?
So Mike won?
Yeah, Mike Hodge.
Oh, yeah. Hard work pays off, brother.
Oh, man,
Barely.
I don't know how long on the
Polar bear.
What
Oh,
are
sorry.
they?
Now we're all afraid to talk. Polar bear got close too. He used it right after that.
Yeah.
I have one
All right.
more.
I call it Santa Claus.
Mike.
A little later on in the chat here, I'll have one more giveaway.
I didn't know
then
you
we'll
were
also
doing
be giving away that hat.
That's awesome.
What are they?
I will be right
All right.
back.
I will see you in a second. I want to go in here and see which 5-year-old picked a certain number. Breezy Bike Shop. Breezy's Bike Shop. He went with the 69. Anyone else? Nope, just Breezy Bike Shop. And me, obviously, because I'm like, it's a 4-year-old kid in me would have done that too. Way to go, Breezy Bike Shop. Oh. Come back to the stream. There we go. Anyway.
I guess this beats turning on Lifetime Movie Network.
Some good stuff on Lifetime, man. I'm all about that. Sally's. I don't know.
Hey now.
Give me 1 sec, guys. I've got a call from the lady.
At Lifetime, I can't get into it.
So is it true that they're doing one on Colonel Sanders with Mario Lopez playing Colonel Sanders?
I don't
I
know.
saw some on Facebook the other day.
I don't know.
I thought he just did hosting now. Saved by the Bell was awesome though.
Oh yeah, Screech.
Every
Screech.
day. Yeah. Well, Screech went a little off the rails after that show ended.
I used to watch that when it came out, or
Yeah.
some of the episodes.
Yeah, me too. It's like my morning routine. I don't know why. Everything that I watched back then seems very a little fruity now,
Robert, I don't want to grow up.
Some guys never mature past 13. People say instead of 13 going on 30, I'm like, what, 40 going on 13?
I mean, have you seen all the toys I got? Look at this little 4-wheeler. I'm like 10 times the size.
Have you seen all the random stuffed animals that I will put on the chair and
Yeah.
when I take breaks.
So
Man, they never get supper done before the live stream starts. So I sit here during live stream so hungry because they never get supper done until after the live stream starts.
Oh, I just flat out will eat right in front of you. Like I was snacking last night on Dow's live stream like there's no tomorrow.
I mean, and it's funny too. Oh man, I was supposed to be showing off this shirt. My mom's probably watching this.
I seen a guy like eating a bowl of soup while driving down the road once. I thought it was pretty entertaining.
There you go. If my mom's watching, she made me this Christmas BS Small Engine shirt.
that's awesome.
Later, Ed.
I dig that.
Steven, it is always better if you can't afford it. If you can't get it, OEM, go OEM. OEM parts is always better.
Your mom's watching, Brandon?
Probably, maybe. I don't know if she is or not. I know my sisters are. Laura Rodriguez is my one sister, and Amanda Buckler is my other sister.
Yeah, I seen them.
Hey, Brandon, how is the work truck coming along?
It's coming along. I need more room already because I'm trying to justify a mill. I think I can get one of those $3,000 mills and put it right over there where my drill press is. But that's $3,000. I don't just have that laying around. Wish I did.
Oh man, that would be nice. I've been thinking about setting up like a chainsaw mill, at my house. Just my brother-in-law, he cuts trees down. He's an arborist, so could be a little
What
bit.
did you pick up today, Ronald?
A little money in
Yeah,
that.
my uncle's planning on getting one of those chainsaw mills when he's buying land. He's in the work of buying land up in eastern Kentucky. They are signing on 50 acres up there, up in the hills. So,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
yeah, I can't wait to take up some toys. What's up, Nate? Yeah, Robert, but yours is probably like a three-phase. I ain't got no three-phase power. Y'all be scared if y'all see my power out to my shop. It's an extension cord. My welder is running off a generator.
I've seen your power out to the shop.
Yeah. There's no three-phase electric here. These
Power.
days.
Not many people got three-phase.
Nope.
Just run 3 extension cords from your house, bro. It'll be all right.
I mean, like I said, I already have to run that. I got an outlet over there that hooked to a generator outside, and that's what I run my welders off of.
You know how you get 3-phase out to the shop. This is like so you do a mapping of your house to see which so you go hot to hot. If you get 220 while doing a power mapping of your house, you just take an extension cord from one plug and the extension cord of the other plug, the same one you got the 120 from hot to hot, and you run both extension cord back to your shed, and then you tie it into a 220 service. Don't do that. That is not code.
It didn't sound code from the start, but
I mean,
I just run an extension cord to one neighbor's house, and then I go on the neighbor on the other side, and then I run off the line.
Well, you can get legit 3-phase if you do your power mapping and you split between the hot buses on each side, and then you can just, boom. What I did before I got the shop, I would sacrifice my stove for my welder, and I would either weld in my fireplace or weld on my porch.
I'm shocked you didn't weld in the kitchen too. That'd be awesome.
So there's a reason why my smoke detectors are not even present.
Kind of hard to eat like that, isn't it, Steven?
I love you, Steven.
Steven should bring back the rap character. I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
I didn't. I didn't like keys that much. Or he did a redneck one night too.
Everybody
And-
asked if he was on drugs.
Yeah. they're like, he said, hey,
Don't
hey,
get the-
Justin, I'm getting emails. Is Steven on drugs? Is Steven doing drugs? There was one YouTuber there was a small YouTuber that I followed, and one night he got on and did a live, wasted at like midnight. He was like, "What's up, everybody?"
For me, wasn't
I'm not gonna say who it was, but no, he's got several thousand subscribers. But it was just like I was like, you should probably go to sleep.
Right?
Well, it was a pretty funny night.
I've seen
Anywho.
YouTubers fall asleep during streams.
Yeah.
I'm good for an hour, and that's about all I run my streams for.
I used to go for 4 hours. I can't do that no more. I pay for it the next day.
Yeah, I'm no good over about 3 minutes.
Because Brandon's getting old. No.
I'm getting old. Older every day.
Old man
Don't talk about
Brandon.
getting old.
Back when I was young,
Roger up here.
back when I was young, I used to be able to live stream forever.
But the bad part is Roger can probably run circles around all of us.
God damn millennial.
Yeah, let's talk about getting
I'm
old
up for that challenge there,
You tell him, Roger.
Brandon.
Tell him how it really was, Roger.
Yeah, I got to be 75 the other day, so
That's awesome.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
I'm down
Happy
for
birthday.
a story.
That's not a normal 75 either. Roger can like throw any of us over a car.
Yeah.
Get
Like
back
he's-
to a hay bale at you.
and my dad's 96 now.
Oh, wow. Is
Man, you got some good genes, brother. You
Yeah.
got some good genes.
your dad still
That's
working,
incredible.
Roger?
No, he's taking it real easy.
Semi-retired.
No, he's been retired. Actually, been retired since he was 62.
Wow.
What kind of work did he do?
He's a mechanic all his life.
God, a mechanic, and he's in his 90s. There's hope for all of us, guys.
He worked 30 years for a company that built test equipment for aircraft. All kinds of hydraulic test equipment and any kind of hydraulic equipment. But he worked there 30 years and then he retired. I started off there when I got out of high school and decided right away I wanted to be making a little more money than that. So I went into work for Kraft Foods as a maintenance mechanic.
Like the industry craft or like California?
Kraft Foods, a food company.
Okay, cool.
I went
That's
to work for him as a maintenance mechanic.
Did you have to travel around for that, or did you have to just go to what,
I
one
didn't
plant?
there. I worked for Kraft out in California in one of their factories there.
Mhm.
And then later on, I quit there and went to work for Miller Brewing Company as a maintenance mechanic there. And while I was working there, I met a service tech that's coming in to work on the labeling machines. And I got to know him real well. And about 2 years later, they laid 27 people off. And so I called him and he recommended me to a place. I went to work. And then about a year later, he called me and wanted to know if I wanted to be a service tech for them. That's what I did for the last 23 years before I retired. I traveled all around installing machines, overhauling machines.
Up in the loft, I got his traveling toolbox that I'm slowly restoring. It's going to be my new camera case.
Yeah, I had several toolboxes over the years. I traveled all over the United States and started off working just the West Coast. And then when I moved down to Texas, I worked the center part of the United States. Then they sent me everywhere else too. Wherever they needed help, they'd send me.
Yeah, that's awesome. If I had to do something right now, if I had to go back in the job market, I don't think I would want to be a body guy. I'm trying to plan outside because YouTube's just it's been crazy for all the YouTubers, and we really don't know what the future is going to bring because they're starting new censorship and stuff like that. So if I have to go back to work, I would almost like to do that, be like a maintenance mechanic for a big corporation. It just seems cool because you're working on so many different pieces of equipment, you know. I know. And you have to use your brain. Yeah, and you have to do it, and it has to be done quick. Like you got to walk up to something you've likely maybe have never worked on this particular machine before, figure out what the problem is, get the line back up and operational, and that's incredible. Right out of high school, I worked at a cheese plant in Roswell, New Mexico. Made Swiss cheese, cheddar cheese and mozzarella for Pizza Hut, and I just envied the guys that walked around with the tools fixing stuff. Like,
Yeah.
So I knew it was in my blood.
In high school, I was a bowling alley mechanic. This is kind of like my backstory of how I come to what I am now. I was a bowling alley mechanic in high school, and I went to a diesel school. I was the only woman in diesel school. And then I worked for a trucking company, and that's where I learned how to do a lot of like aluminum welding and repairing like refrigeration unit trailers. And then I joined the National Guard as a mechanic. And then I still worked the trucking company and National Guard. And then I got pregnant and then went active duty Army. And then they moved me to equipment operator, engineer. I couldn't go into a combat arms unit at MOS. One, it's bad. It's a bad idea having kids and going into a combat arms MOS. And two, they weren't open to female at the time. So I chose engineer, and then they figured out that I was the only one that could time a fuel pump of a Cummins C series on the old 5-ton dump trucks. So they stuck me at the motor pool. It's one of a few times that the Army used like talent management properly. So I stayed in the motor pool, and I eventually monopolized the motor pool and started working on my own stuff after hours, which is horrible when you're a junior ranks because the sergeant major does not like that.
Probably not.
And then I became what I am now. And then this COVID thing happened, so I decided to take a step back into my old career before Army, back into the mechanic stuff where I came from. And now I'm part-time mechanic and full-time Army. And feels like I'm full-time mechanic and part-time Army sometimes with the COVID thing and how we're doing the whole like minimal manning unless we're like traveling. Because prior to this, I was like traveling all over the world, not doing any mechanic besides the stuff in my kitchen and on my Jeep when I was home. But now it's like I got clients, I got customers, I got shop to manage, and it's like my life coming back from like 10 years ago. And oh, by the way, I got to catch up on all of the new like electronics and computers within that Chrysler decided to put out. Well, all manufacturers decided to put out. So I got a newer type scan tool that's kind of helping me out.
If you have any questions about any of that, Steven's he's pretty well had every modern scan tool in his hands, so he's legit on those guys.
Yeah.
I have an Apollo D8 right now. That's my primary scan tool. I use HP tuners to do a lot of the specialty stuff, but it's all right. It's going. I'm fumbling through everything so far.
Actually, if you're programming, I think that's above Steven's level.
I'm good programming.
Like actual fuel mapping and all that stuff, that's a little different than those things.
Well, the big thing is like working with other tuners. It's not really me just like going willy-nilly programming and changing parameters. And next thing you know, I'm like washing out the cylinder walls because I'm running things too lean. But it's like taking somebody else's tune and trying to learn. Or like shoulder surfing, like professional tune shops, or letting somebody use their dyno software and just like to look at the parameters.
I haven't had my hands on an Apollo yet. Justin, the Apollo is a Snap-on, one of their newest scan tools out.
They have a D9 now, Apollo D9
Yeah.
apparently. But
Anyway, I haven't had my hands on that. I've had my hands on some, a lot of the newer stuff from the way that China process works when it comes to these scan tools. If they take a Snap-on scan tool like the Apollo D8, they reverse engineer it in China, and then they take it to a manufacturer company, and then they come out with all these other different Chinese brands. So I've had my hands on the Chinese versions of those brands. And for
what do
a
you
lot
think
less,
of Texa? Texa, don't they make? I heard they do pretty
Texa makes
well.
their own stuff. So Texa for the heavy duty stuff is quite different.
Yeah, I used to use an OTC for the heavy duty stuff when I got out of diesel school
Mhm.
and started work for the trucking company. This was before the emissions. So when they trained us in diesel, it was the 60 series Detroit, the 3406 Cat, and the and the Cummins N14. So there was there's no DF DPF systems connected to it. So an OTC, I mean, it'll do your base diagnosis and pressure, blocky, all that basic stuff.
Yeah, the OGC stuff, I never worked at one shop that ever had it all the way up to date. But even if it was up to date, I never remember it being like the go-to scan tool. It was a sort of a generic scan tool for the heavy duty stuff we had. You can pull a code or two, get some data, but you couldn't do any functional tests. And the Texas software that I have, excuse me, if you hook it up, you do have a lot of the functional tests. Now, the only reference I have to that is the last scan tool I had before I had this diagnostic one was the hack version of it, and it had a whole bunch of manufacturer-specific software on it. So comparing that manufacturer-specific software to the Texa seems to work pretty good, but there's never a replacement for if I'm going to hook up to a Caterpillar and read some codes and do some data, Texa is going to be great. But if I need to do a bunch of functional tests and everything, then I'm going to try to rely on Caterpillar ET, the manufacturer-specific one. I don't think any of these, aftermarket generic scan tools work that great on any particular system. They all seem to have a couple of functions that work really, really good, and then other ones like is either just non-existent or you have to go to the manufacturer for it. Seems like.
Hey Brandon, I got a quick question for you.
Go ahead.
If I send you an audio file, can you play it during the stream? I'm looking for a function to do that.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I was just playing music over these guys talking, and it was freaking hilarious, dude. It was like a movie conversational tone. And I'll send it to you. You'll laugh. You'll laugh. Just play it in the background when you get it. Okay, sorry, Steven. Go ahead.
Nah, it's done, man.
Good.
My buddy of mine in the chat gonna say hello, Uncle Jesse.
That file may be too big to send.
It's the only thing I've been using.
I do need to up my mustache to Roger's level.
So, can I? Yeah, I thought that was a great comment.
It'll take you a while.
Can I audio share?
You should be
Audio
able to
share.
somehow.
Man, I'm all out of beer. Dang.
If you're on your computer, if you got it saved in a file, we could just do the share screen and it'll share your audio.
Okay, I think it will.
That's where you just use the one for the software instead of having to share your whole screen.
Thank you, Audubon Dan Man, for stopping by. Hope you're having a great Saturday.
Yeah, that guy right there, guys. If y'all have any want to know anything about German cars, Autobahn Dan's the man.
German tools, too.
German tools.
And he has the best.
I just sold that Jetta, by the way.
Awesome. How much money did you get for it?
Enough to cover some tool expenses.
Oh, that's good. What happened here, Brandon?
It was more of a trade off. It wasn't really like
The good of the land fest up in the tab, the new tab. What are we doing this here, Brandon? Come on.
Ridiculous now.
It ain't me, it's Justin.
Oh, is that Justin? Justin doesn't know.
Yeah.
What is that? The Good of the Land Fest 209?
How do I
Is
get
that
back?
video 209? Let me look. I'm going to super sleuth this.
I have a 32-inch screen, and it's like a mirror, like looking like it's crazy.
I got two monitors, one over here and one here.
I'm using my laptop to do the stream, and I have my PC open to catch up on the chat.
Yeah, dude, I bought this little Acer laptop like a couple of years ago to live stream. I mean, it's not a great laptop, but it works.
Yeah.
I
think I finally figured out my live stream setup. So it looks sort of
The big thing is you can't watch porn or anything on your computers, and it screws it all up.
Can you guys hear that music?
That's why you watch porn on your phone. I'm joking.
Don't watch porn.
I can't get this off now. I'm sorry.
Justin, what are you doing, man?
Great, Justin broke the freaking live stream. Way to go.
Yeah. Look. Which click do I click?
It's like it's a portal.
What do I do to my hands?
Yeah, like I'm down here trying to close this.
GOTL for life.
Let me see. StreamYard is there you go. That's it. Sorry.
All right, now I can see myself.
Well, that didn't work at all, but it was hilarious listening to you guys talk with like this light music behind you.
So, have you guys ever seen that channel? It's a YouTube channel, Diesel Creek.
Nope.
It sounds familiar. That sounds
It
familiar.
it sounds familiar. Never really looked into it.
Let me look it up.
Diesel Creek, huh?
And then I got my phone to do I can look on YouTube while I'm streaming and monitoring chat.
I could be doing that too, but my phone dies quick.
Mine's plugged into a laptop, so it's completely useless to me.
I haven't seen this channel before, but I like it.
It's pretty cool. I don't know how I stumbled across it, but I mean the guy. I don't know how old the guy is because he looks like a child but talks like a man. He's a man.
Child.
Child. Yeah, exactly. And like it's confused, but there's some cool content there.
It looks right up my alley.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, it
Check
looks
it out.
like both your guys' channels.
Let's see. He's got a video burning a brush pile, hauling dirty logs with a track hoe.
He had like he bought like what is it? An auto car semi truck, like an old one.
1957 auto car truck, first drive in 16 years. Boy, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Pretty cool.
Looking truck. I love
Pretty
those.
cool stuff. And he bought like a 50-foot crane truck or something for like $800 at an auction, or it's under $1,000, and he just.
So this is all the stuff I do that I never show on my channel, because YouTube is such a pain in the butt. I want to do all kinds of other stuff. So starting next week, I've already recorded the first video on the second channel, and that'll be going up live. I mean, it's crazy. I had 270,000 subs, and my last video got 5,000 views because the one before that was out of the subject of the one I wanted to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's crazy.
I have a first second channel for my off-topic
Good Lord.
stuff.
No, I'm thinking I'm keeping my first channel.
I will say.
Go ahead.
We got some feedback coming from somebody.
I was just gonna say, like, it's yeah, there's a little feedback. It's very fun doing YouTube. Like, I know there's people that come on here and talk shit, but like, I actually haven't gotten a lot of that, and I just ignore it. But like the people that, like, I just got over the 1,000 subscriber mark, and man, like just the subscribers you'll have just pushing you along, just, you know, supporting you.
Yeah.
Like that feeling is amazing.
It's fantastic.
You know, like,
And like there for the whole run with you.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. Like they just keep coming back.
And they'll be all from all over the world, man. Like I have friends everywhere now.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah. That's
Literally every single one of you that I'm talking to right now, I've met on here.
yeah.
Nuts.
It's an awesome. It's just an awesome like connection, you know, of like-minded people. It's very fun.
Yeah, it's let me meet a lot of people. You can, anybody that's met me in person can tell. No, I'm actually a whole different person off camera. I'm kind of awkward, but on the camera, I'm a whole different. This whole YouTube thing has kind of brought me out of my shell some. So that's why I do YouTube.
That's why I
don't
drink
think
beer.
I don't think you're awkward, Brandon. I thought I was.
Yeah, I don't.
awkward.
I don't either. I think you're
I
good.
think some people think I'm on drugs because I constantly move. I'm a hyper person. I constantly move, and they think I'm on drugs.
Dude, I hear you, man. I had to like someone said,
I get
"Hey,
that.
you on drugs?" And I'm like, "Dude, look how fat I am. You think I'd be this fat if I was on dope? I move. I'm hyper. Like I've been this way my whole life. I'm like a chipmunk. I just gotta go.
They always come on. They're like, "Oh, drunk review." It's like I wasn't drunk during that review.
I know.
Like I always sound high. I always look high. That's just
So does Steven.
yeah.
Really freaking bright light behind my display.
Yeah.
And to get my camera set up right, I have to have a freakishly bright light and then turn my exposure way down to get the bit rate right on my webcam. I don't know why. But after a little while, man, I really start, like it bothers me where like it gives me a little bit of a headache. So I'm staring directly into a light behind the camera.
Yeah. I like the way it looks, though. Yours looks really, really clear and clean. I need to do
It
something
looks
about
clean, but man, after a little while, I got to figure something else out because surely I'm not supposed to go through this much pain just to stare into a light.
I need you to show me how you do that with the bit rate because, and maybe it's just because I'm using my built-in camera, but yours looks a lot better.
It's a Microsoft webcam. You know, the HD, I think it's like $100 webcam that's USB. But to make it work right, I have to have, you know, the room dark, a really freaking bright light behind the camera facing me, and then light back there. But it looks good. But gosh, dang, man. I want to sit here and kind of do this.
And,
Well, guys, I'm gonna give a 10-minute warning for me having to go inside. It's been an hour and a half, an hour and 22 minutes, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to call it quits here pretty soon, too.
Yeah, we'll probably do our giveaways. We'll probably do our giveaways soon. So, because I ain't ate supper yet. They never get supper done before it's stream time. So I sat out here hungry the whole time.
Tell them to bring it out.
Right?
Or cook your own dinner out in the garage. I've done that 4 or 5 times.
It's not that bad. Skipping meals isn't terrible.
Yeah, I need to do more of that.
What
Let's
should we
cook
give
the whole meal out here.
Neil, what should we give away first?
Well, I got one more giveaway. I'll do it in 8 minutes, or actually like 7. So if you want to do yours now, Brandon.
Should I do it now or wait a little longer? What do y'all think?
Do it. Go on. I say do it now.
I should talk
Well, we got
about
all
this
the people.
now, right? That's how you're supposed to do giveaways?
Yeah,
Anyway,
well,
guys,
make your screen the biggest. Get rid of us, and then do a little show and tell and what you did and all that.
all right. So what we got here is a roofing hatch. I don't know the brand. I found it buried in the soil, so that's the pitting on there. I evapor rusted it, sanded it down, then painted it with black spray paint. Then sand it so the paint stayed in the low spots. So I only sand it the high spots. So it gives it the features. And then I clear coated the head. I redid the edge on there. Mirror polished the hammer part, which was pitted pretty bad, but I grinded it down enough to put a finish on it. Then the handle, the hickory one, store-bought hickory handle, I stripped the finish. I took a torch to it, and then I clear-coated it. But that's pretty much it, guys. We'll be giving this away. Remember, guys, only in the United States.
Looking gorgeous, man.
Start the the numbers. Hold on, I gotta come up with a number in my head.
Hi, Roger.
Hello.
You're
I'm
on.
gonna
You're
guess
on.
the number is 12.
It's 38.
God dang it.
Oh boy. You have a unicorn too.
Steven loves unicorns. Dude,
I actually do.
Princess Jamie's your soulmate.
It's a majestic animal, you know.
Yeah. Never really thought of it that way.
It is, dude.
Now it's all I
Think
can
of
see.
think of one fantasy that you've ever heard, and you can't imagine a unicorn flying around somewhere back in time.
I mean, mermaids and unicorns, right?
Yeah.
No, Robert, you cannot. I
Mermaid.
will not let you in if you move to Canada.
Sorry.
I wasn't fooled, Princess Jamie. I knew that wasn't you.
I told you I get a little goofy sometimes.
So, guys, I put the number in the private chat for the people on the panel. It's 1 to 80. So start spamming that chat.
All right, let's go.
Dang, I was so close.
And I like my spam fried. So
There we go.
You guessing?
The immature number of the day. No.
You know, I made homemade spam once. It was freaking awesome. Out of a pig I butchered.
So how do you homemade
I can't wait
spam?
to see who went to this. I put a lot of work into this. More work into the handle than anything.
It's tough work, man.
Nobody's
It
guessed it
is.
yet.
No one's even close.
There's been some close ones.
Yeah.
None on my
I
screen.
don't. It wasn't completely done when I saw it.
Ah, BW Electronics.
Yeah, BW's Electronics. Got it.
It was 44.
Congratulations.
Or
That's awesome. So I'm looking around my
Well,
shelf.
BW, send me an email at brandon@bssmallengines.com. My emails are in the description of all my videos. So yeah, you can find me easy.
I'm more active on Instagram.
I just don't have any content to post for that I think is good enough for YouTube, so I'm mostly on Instagram.
Same.
You put up anything because some of
Like
the
when
what
I'm-
you think is the worst content is what usually does good for me.
Oh no, you'll hear a lot of like interesting 4-letter words. If I just start firing
you have to
and
ignore
forgetting.
it.
Well, you edit videos.
Oh,
Oh, then I would have like 1 second videos. If I was gonna video repair, man, it'll be 1 second long.
or when
The
I
rest
get
will be nothing.
or when I get a customer's vehicle and it's been botched by someone else, then you'll hear me go, "This mother." Yeah.
I tried doing a
All right,
video
guys,
on replacing
I'm gonna have to
EVAP
take
on a
off.
CRV. Every other second
thanks
was
for
just
coming by.
nothing but
Appreciate
worse
it.
word.
Y'all take it easy. Been fun.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Later, Steven.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Take care, Steven.
Later, Steve.
All right.
I always thought it was funny when he moved to Stephenville. Steven in Stephenville when he was in Stephenville for a little while.
He moved there and they named the town after him.
Dude, it cracks me up because there's Stephenville, there's Bruceville, and there's Eddyville. And I'm like, were these three brothers? And they're just like, I don't know. What do you want to name yours? I'll call it hell, Eddyville.
I got my last giveaway up there for you there,
Okay.
Brandon, if you want to share it.
Woo woo.
We'll
Ooh.
do this is a great light, by the way.
Yeah, they're great.
550 lumen. So I'll do 1 to 80 as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, one day, the
let
ever-burning
me-
rechargeable LED flashlight, 550 lumen Cree bulb, IP68 waterproof and dust-free. 7 modes, super bright for hiking, and my air compressor turned on. I'll be back.
All right, I sent you guys the number. So we got up there and 0 to 80. Let's go.
I'm just waiting for the flashlight. Client Graphics is gonna send. I want to see if he'll send me that one flashlight where he's trying to destroy. I'll throw it underneath the Suburban with the deck running.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, that's a good number. That's a good number. Who's gonna get that one?
I got the Everbright headband, and that thing is awesome. And I can't wait to use it night fishing. It's kind of a little chilly. I ain't been night fishing in a while, but can't wait to go night fishing with it.
Man, we all need to go fishing.
I can't wait to get my bow out and string that and go shoot that sometime.
Nice. We got anyone getting close?
Not yet.
I go night four-wheeling. And
Ronald
won.
Ronald
won it?
won.
Ronald,
He got it. Ronald got it.
Congratulations.
Ronald,
good
I'm going
point.
to post my email in the chat here.
So everyone starts sending random emails to Neil.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
absolutely.
Start sending cat
Congratulations.
videos to Neil.
on Instagram. Neil.
I'll use that email and send it to Lifetime for subscription, so you get.
I'm telling y'all right now, I'm amazed Steven and Jamie even answers any of my messages anymore. I bug them so much.
I'll be honest. I have subscribers that like sign me up for stuff with my email.
Oh, that's
I mean, you have to message me on Messenger or Instagram mostly, and I'm pretty much talk to anybody.
all right, boys and girls. I'm going to hit it. I really appreciate it. Thanks for inviting me on the live stream. This has been a
I'm
blast.
glad you came. I've been wanting to get you up here for a while, but I didn't want you to think because I'm friends with you because you're a big YouTuber. Because I like you. You're a good guy. I just didn't want you to think. That's why I never really invited you because I didn't want you to think that way.
Yeah, no, Brandon, we're friends, like real friends. You don't have to worry about any of that at all, ever. And
I mean,
and
Steven's been here a million
beautiful-
times already.
That's the beautiful thing about YouTube is that like we're all better off together than separate.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just the way it is. Like we're all better off together. So anyway, yeah.
Nice meeting you, man.
It was nice meeting you.
Is Good of Land Fest happening next year?
I think so.
I hope so.
Good, because I plan on bringing the old Sears down there.
Nice. I will let you know, and I'll announce if it will or won't. Probably the beginning of January. You know, maybe around the 20th.
Me and Roger was talking about the other day.
I don't know if we're all going to be in gulags by then. You know, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So we're just talking. In the next couple months, it's really going to be the factor if you can do it or not. Because if you wait too late after that, then it's hard to plan it.
Yeah, I have to make a decision and then go with it because it is so much work. But a lot of the other YouTubers have stepped up and said they want to help. So
if I'm not working, I definitely would like to go. Last year, I was setting my mind. When I started working for Toyota, I told them, hey, I'm going to tell you a date. And if I can't get that off, you're going to be a guy short. I'm going to Texas.
That's awesome. Dude, it's so much fun. You would love it. You'd love it.
What is this?
We all work every day, though. That's really what it's like. That's why we have the second day for hanging out. It's called the Good of the Land Fest, and it's just a festival that celebrates skilled tradesmen and women. And it's a good time. We have people that teach machining and milling. We had 2 classes on that. One was a woman, one was a man. We had tons of blacksmiths, massive power hammers, excavators that people could get on and learn how to operate. Beekeeping classes, leatherworking classes, woodworking classes. Jimmy DeResta was there making swords for all the kids. I think Roger showed one earlier, just as I was getting on the live stream that Thor Jimmy made. It's just incredible, and I think, and then tons of tractors and old equipment. It's
that's the main reason why I wanted to go, just for the tractor
and the swap meet
Yep.
This year's swap meet. This year, if we do it, we're gonna start off with a swap meet like immediately, like just start advertising for selling swap meet spots because
I need to make sure I have money this time.
Like yeah, definitely. And I'm probably bringing a trailer full of crap this time.
Yeah, if I'm going, I want to see about taking the old Bronco, but I'm afraid of gas mileage.
I take the it's a CRV, right?
Yeah, the off-road Honda, but I
would take the Honda.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely take it, the 10-footer. I'm now got to decide if I'm taking the Suburban or I'm gonna take the old Jacobson military tractor down with the can crusher.
Just get a longer trailer. Bring them both.
I have a 16-footer, but it's too big for the CRV.
Talk to Princess Jamie, dude. She'll put some power in it for you.
Oh, I already got plans for power. I've already got plans to either put a big nasty blower in it, or I'm gonna go with a turbo in it and have it just scare little kids and sound like an AK-47. My end goal, the car, we dynoed it and it made 170 horsepower to all four wheels with the stock automatic. That's before the wreck. And my end goal is 300 horsepower to all four wheels with a sequential straight cut transmission. So it's going to scream. I want flames shooting out that tailpipe.
It's going to be so loud. Honey,
I just put a 17. I just put a 17 powertrain.
I gotta go
in a 04 Subaru.
Justin.
Bye, guys.
I just put 4 Subarus together and made one STI. It's on my YouTube.
Oh, I'm thinking about my next car build. I have a 96 Subaru Outback Legacy. It's a true JDM Legacy. It's a manual transmission, but it's kind of sluggish. The engine's way down on power. I mean, the Suburban's got more pull than the Subaru.
Naturally aspirated boxer engines do that.
But I know right now it needs head gaskets. I got that dreaded head gasket issue that all Subaru owners deal with. I need to get a turbo. It's screaming like, yo, I need boost. But granted, so is the Honda. My end goal is just get the Honda done first before I even think about messing with the Subaru.
I put so I took an 05 totaled car and swapped everything over to an 04 really good shell. Then I cut the front of the 04, the blob eye, and I put a 02 bug eye, welded that on the front, and then I put a 17 powertrain in it, and I intertwined all that wiring from the 17 to the 05, or not the 05, but the 04. Well, technically the 05 because the BCM and all that. And then I did a TGV delete because, well, they left it out. So you gotta delete the tumble generator valves, or it'll go into limb mode. As I found out.
Can you hear me, Brandon?
Yeah, I can hear you, Roger.
Right there is the
video phone.
We did a custom paint work to it.
It happens from time to time. Hey guys, I want to tell you everybody that I do appreciate everybody showing up tonight. And we'll be doing another giveaway soon. Soon as I hit 1,000, I'll be giving away a Tech 10 quarter-inch set. I've been wanting to do it for a while. So as soon as I hit that,
I'm shaving my goatee on that live stream.
Oh, I know Skull's going to shave that. So I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. This has been great. So I just wanted to let everybody know before the stream was over that this has been great. I appreciate it.
I love being on these live streams, buddy.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I got nothing better to do in the shop than to be on your live stream.
I'm getting used to it.
Well, this is my first one, so
yeah,
I'll see you guys again.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
I have to make.
You know, I'm here every Saturday at 8 p.m. So if you ever want to jump on, you see that link, you hit that link.
Or just pester Brandon to send you a link like I do.
Is it the
Yeah, I
same
had to
link
pay
all the time?
$25.
Is it the same link, just Brandon, all the time?
No,
Or is
it'll be a different link every time.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe one of these days we'll set up. Maybe I'll get a broadcast going, and we all can jump on it just to tick off all my subscribers.
There you go. So the thing is with trying to do it with live streams, you have to do try to keep a constant schedule. I was growing quick doing that. Then I got away from it, and then my numbers just kind of slowed down. But I really want people to watch my videos because I like doing these live streams, but I put a lot of work in my videos. So I really want people to watch my videos. I'd rather watch my videos than my live streams. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do, man. You do. And it definitely shows in the videos.
Yeah, I just half-ass all my videos. I do my best at editing, but I'm a crappy YouTuber. I'll admit that.
Put stuff out there. You never know what'll hit big. One of my big videos that I got real big in the last little bit was that 40-second video where I was in Florida and I tuned that carburetor on that Spitfire car. I rebuilt the carburetors, yeah. 6.8 thousand views in 2 days.
Wow.
Never seen anything like that.
I've never seen anything like that in a year.
I mean, it stopped at that, though, so.
I haven't seen anything like that since my whole YouTube career.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
I was sitting in a hotel going crazy. I was like, oh, man, I'm hitting it viral. This is it. This is the big break for my channel. I'm going to hit it big. And then it just stalled out at 6.8, and that's where it's been.
I think the most amount of views I've ever gotten is like 1,000 views on one video. That is it.
I'll have to look. I don't really know my stats.
I don't pay attention to stats.
My biggest video right now that's growing good is a video I did a year ago called The Poor Man's Ultrasonic Cleaner, where I taped a palm sander to a coffee can for an ultrasonic cleaner. And for some reason,
try that.
For some reason here lately, I've been getting a lot of views off that video. Every time I look into my stats, it's getting tons of views. I don't know what it is about it.
And maybe
videos. When I go on rants, these last 2 rant videos I do have been doing good, where I talk about stuff you shouldn't do in small engine repair and stuff like that, things I learned. Those videos has actually done really good here lately.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get off of here. So.
Okay, Roger.
See you later.
All right,
Roger.
All
Thanks
right.
for coming by, Roger.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys.
Then there were 4.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that shit.
Great minds think alike.
All the fun.
We still gonna go a little bit here or what? Grim mute. Good.
I can go a little bit longer, but I ain't gonna go too much because I ain't ate supper yet. Or I might just go get my plate of food and just eat in front of y'all.
Yeah,
Go right ahead.
do it, Brandon. Yeah, I don't care.
That's what I do. I just eat in front of y'all, or I'll just let my llama come.
And I'm actually going to go use the restroom, so I'll leave you 2 up here and hold the fort down.
All right, I'll get some dynamite. You get the lighter. We're gonna set this fort on fire.
No, I'll get the det cord and then the charge. No, it's a horrible idea. So you work for Toyota?
I did work for Toyota. I went to college for diesel technology, and straight out of there, I almost got engaged, but that's a long story. That went down south quick. And then afterwards, I got a job at our local Toyota dealership as one of their quick lane techs. And about 3 months after that, COVID kicked in and they laid me off.
Geez, that's unfortunate.
And it gets worse. As soon as I found out they laid me off, my grandfather was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
That's horrible.
And then I tried applying for unemployment, and I was denied repeatedly for the last 4 months, or for 4 months after that. Then I went back to starting my own small engine shop after quitting for college and high school and Toyota work. Tried working again, got a job out in Beaver, got about a month of that, and then they laid me off because Beaver got hit hard again with COVID. And now I just can't find any work. Ooh, that looks good.
I was married once. That's not gonna never again. But that's unfortunate with the whole work situation. I think this COVID is gonna go away.
I hope to God it goes away so I can get back into making money.
End of January.
I'm hoping, because then I could start getting back into getting a job, getting a decent job, and start being able to afford bigger and bigger projects for the channel. Because right now I had to put the Honda build on hold because the next step was to get either force induction put on it. That was the next step on the build, and then I just can't find the pricing. I can't find no one to really give me any idea what I need and what I shouldn't do, what I can do, what's the weakest link in the car right now. Because as far as I know, I'm the only person who is trying to take a third-gen CRV and build it into a emergency Baja vehicle, like something that you can just jump in and daily drive, and at a moment's notice go complete Baja and racing in Baja in it and just beating the crap out of the car.
That's where I'm taking my Jeep. I'm making it like a daily driving rock crawler / trail.
Yeah, I tried doing some work to it. It's limited.
This is what I got going on in my kitchen right now.
Ah, there it is. Right now, the one thing I'm trying to figure out how to do is wire in this light strip behind the grill to give it some like a ghostly blue look behind the grill. Something that's just gonna be a little bit scary looking.
What I did, I tapped the power off to an auxiliary fuse block under the hood, and then all you need is one wire to a switch, and then to draw the power. So you want to draw the power directly from either a battery or relay instead of putting the power through a switch, because you put the power through a switch, you got inherent resistance in that switch.
Yeah.
So I draw all the power from either a battery or relay, and then you can run all your lighting off of it. It won't put too much of a strain on the internal resistance components of the switching mechanism.
Yeah. I done that with the 2 LED pods on the bottom of the vehicle. I could turn the camera. On my 2 LED pods on the bottom, I have them directly tapped off the battery through a relay going down to a custom sealed Y piece that splits it off into 2 different LEDs. And I can just reach in that car right now and flick them on and blind people.
Because when I wire up my air lockers, it's going to be similar. Because I have to pull the compressor is going to come right off the battery to a relay to a fused link.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do an isolation second battery to power up a lot of the accessories like the winch, onboard welder, the air compressor. Then I'm going to mount the air compressor under the dual battery tray, which I got everything literally sitting on my coffee table right now. It's like,
I don't know much on like onboard air design. I wanted to do like a tiny little, like I have a small donut. I was just going to eliminate the donut completely and do like what the second and first generation CRVs did, mounting a full-size spare on the tailgate and turning the space where the donut sat into like having an air compressor and taking an old nitrous bottle and having that as a air tank. And that way I can tell people I got a nitrous bottle in the car.
What I would do, instead of using the nitrous bottle, Use like a fireman's tank or scuba diving tank. It'll be able to withhold the pressure.
I don't plan on going no higher than like 150 psi, and I know nitrous tanks are somewhere around 300 to 500 psi.
I would just use an old like a scuba diving tank or fireman tank. And you can run the compressor 2 ways. You can run it off the battery to a separate motor that drives a pump. Well, you can even run a separate motor that drives like an AC compressor, and then you can get NPT fittings from that AC compressor to run your to fill your air up, and then you can put a relief valve to shut off, and then when it finds the pressure, it'll just close the loop and it'll just disengage the clutch, and then once it senses that, it just turns the motor off. Yeah.
But the real big struggle is I'm trying to make the car look like, oh, it's a stock CRV. When you roll around, like if I'm going up to Pittsburgh near a meal, I want people to look at it and be like, oh, it's just a lifted CRV with a couple of lights, no big deal. Then when you pop the hood, you see either the big blower or the turbo, and you're like, okay, there's some modifications done. And then when you take it out on the trail, I can have air on board in case I get a flat or run some tools. And it'll be really great when we go down to the beach. I would love to take this thing out on the sand, but the problem is I have no way of airing my tires back up.
Just do a WRX swap to it. Do a standalone Haltac to a WRX motor. Do a TVB delete. And there you go. I don't know if that'll fit, but
I mean, it's limited space under the hood. I'm lucky. We're actually lucky that the motor even fits under the hood. Because I guess when they designed the CRV, they tried to cram as much as possible in that tiny, tiny engine bay.
Guys, I got an announcement to make.
All right.
Are you pregnant?
I was asked to tell next Friday, Brad's stream. You got Neil over there. And Brad, of course. And I can't remember the other. Who was it? Knox, right?
Uh-huh.
what?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
On Brad's having a Christmas stream Friday. If I remember right, it's Neil and Knox.
Junk from work. And there's going to be a bunch of people.
Anyway, it's going to be a good live stream, and I hear Brad's giving away a signed picture of him in a bikini.
Sounds about right.
I'm not sure if I can hang that in a shop.
I wish Brad
I
was
mean, I get a lot of little kids that come here to get like their push mower tuned up. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure even where I'd hang that in this place. I'm already limited on space.
I got to answer a question. Do you hate them too? Depends who it is. We might hate them. Who is it?
I mean, I hate Chevy and Farmall tractors because I hate junk.
Why do you hate Chevy? It's just you can't have expensive vehicle yet, right?
I have an expensive vehicle. I got a 95 Bronco. That's my expensive vehicle. I've had one Chevy.
The best thing for the 96 Bronco is just do a solid Dana 60 swap and get a Super Duty axle set and just do a solid axle, do coilovers and links.
Can't do that. Old Blue is literally a bone stock ride height Bronco that just so happily has a fully built 351 Windsor that produces 1 horsepower for every cubic inch reliably.
Now, did you nickname it O.J. Simpson or?
No, I nicknamed her Old Blue because it's an old vehicle. It's blue, and every time I'm in Pittsburgh, Neil, I can tell you this for a fact. If I have my windows down, I hear someone yelling, "Yo, OJ!"
I was gonna get the new Bronco, and then nickname it Oscar Joliet on the side of the hood.
When I heard that Ford was coming out with the Bronco, I looked at my boss, and I was working for the Toyota shop, and our Toyota shop was Toyota on one side and Ford on the other. I could literally spit into the Ford dealership side, and we all worked in one shop. And I told my boss, I said, "Hey, if there's a Ford Bronco coming to this dealership, have it ordered in deep forest green, like in 95, and set it aside for me. Because I want to have old blue and new blue side by side."
Yeah, BW, I think it was just a troll. It wasn't too mean, so I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, no, it was just gibberish.
Yeah, I ain't worried. It's when they use threatening words and start cussing and all kinds of stuff, and then that's when you have to get in on it. But
Well, I can tell you they're talking about a Bosnian politician. That's as much as I can tell you.
It's politics. I don't even listen.
Yeah, they're talking about some Bosnian politician from like the early 90s. And this was back like before we went into Bosnia.
I didn't even know I didn't even know of Bosnia.
So OJ, well, actually, I don't know if you guys knew, but Mike Tyson, he fought not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know the whole OJ thing. I bought Old Blue because one, I totaled my Mustang and I needed a car. Two, the Bronco I know was in perfect condition because it was my grandfather's truck when I bought it off him. And three, it's nothing like rolling around in a big old V8 truck. And
yeah, for sure.
Whenever you can, drop it in neutral and just rev it up a little.
I mean, so for you not maybe familiar, but O.J. Simpson kind of ruined Ford Bronco for a lot of people because he murdered his ex-wife and her boyfriend and got away with it. Like, just
all I know is that he drove a white 96 Bronco. That's all I know. He drove a white 96.
Yep. After he murdered people.
Yep. After he murdered people.
He drove slow because he knew he was going to get away with it because of his money.
It was so like let me see. It's like, I don't know.
I remember it.
8 or 9 years old, but yeah, it was huge on the TV. And I remember being like, how did he not get convicted of this murder? Like, it was mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. And now he's just out there, you know, I mean, I don't know who murdered his ex-wife and her boyfriend, but.
And it's kind of a product, and then the after product of all that is kind of the product of the Kardashians because their dad was a lawyer.
Yep. Well, yeah. And like the funny thing is, he wasn't even like a big lawyer. He was just like part of the team, you know?
Yeah.
That's the only reason why they have, well, that and, Kim Kardashian filmed herself getting fucked. So,
right.
That kind of helps matters also.
I've never seen like anything about Jersey Shore, the Kardashians. I was kind of left in the dark.
I don't watch TV, so I
mean,
don't hardly know anything.
You're not missing.
I watch Lifetime.
Nothing. I mean, I did watch How It's Made back when I was on Discovery Channel. I watched Mythbusters and Dirty Jobs. That was it. And Power Block Nation.
Dirty
Power
Drop.
Nation.
You didn't watch
Oh,
Monster?
Power Block. I used to watch Power Block. I also watched like trucks back when Stacy David took over trucks instead of
That was good.
before.
I
And then
just
now
love Stacey Davis. Everything he did. That was perfect.
I watched Stacy David back in like the early 2000s.
Yeah. I love the V8 bar stool he had.
He's a big Cornwall guy.
Yeah. But and
He
I don't
made
know
it.
how anyone could say that's OJ right there.
Paint it white.
Yeah,
Hell
no.
no. Hell no. It's gotten to the point where I've actually considered getting a plate that says not OJ.
Every time I see
just-
a rocket like that, I just immediately think OJ. Like, that was huge when I was younger. Like, it was everywhere. I remember watching some of the trial and all that, and it's just messed up.
I drive a blue Chevy when I'm not driving a tan old piece of crap.
That's a nice Chevy truck, by the way. I saw it on the
I got
Instagram.
that.
Yeah.
I just drive the Honda every single day because it's easier on gas than the Bronco.
It's only clean every once in a while because the shop dust, because the way the shop sits, it's got gravel. It's not fully paved. So every time people come in and out of there, it just kicks up dust. Next thing you know, I got a film of dust all over the truck.
I washed my truck like a week ago, and this is the first time, like for a full week, it just stayed. Usually I got mud up on the sides and all that stuff, but it stayed clean the whole week, so I'm happy.
Mine's a freaking show truck. I clean if I'm gonna drive it. The day before I drive it, I clean it. I wash, wax, and polish the truck before the next day.
Mine's a shop truck. It's like living at the trailer and the truck, the shop right now. I hardly ever drive my truck. I just leave it. I usually drive the
During the
Jeep.
summer. That's the only time you'll see Old Blue is if the weather conditions are perfect. No rain, no dust, sunny, perfect.
You know that's a badass vehicle though, is the old Ford Broncos, like
All the old
like
in
in
the
the movie
third
Speed.
generations were pretty good.
I'll show you the one that I had in the customers that came in that you'd like. If I can find it on the video.
The other spotty style I like that's close to that was I like the International Scout.
Yes, very much so, Brandon.
I'm a Ford guy. I love the Broncos. I looked at the Scout. I was like, nah, I'm a Bronco guy.
I could go either or, to be honest with you. It's just
I grew up with that truck. I'm keeping that truck. My kids are getting my truck. If only if they prove that they're worthy to have that truck.
So there was one at the diesel. There's an International Scout at the diesel shop.
That's a good Bronco too.
That's
I remember that's like the third generation Broncos, and I went to school with a kid.
That's like
who
the
has
70s,
one of those.
right?
Yeah,
It's
the
a
70s were like the
77.
third.
77. I was doing the ball joints and the alignment. What am I thinking? Geez, I'm getting old. The caster shims.
Mm. Yeah, I went to school with a kid who had one of those. It was an Eddie Bowers. And,
Oh yeah.
And this was before I even bought the Honda. When I moved into Pittsburgh, he was moving into the same apartment building as me. I saw his Bronco roll in. I was like, wait a minute. So we were already moved in. I grabbed my Bronco. I swung in beside him. And from that day on, we were called the Bronco Brothers from Rosedale. We always joked I had more I was a bigger truck and had more horsepower than him, but everyone liked his over mine for some reason.
Well, I mean, it's not for some reason.
His looked better. I will say that.
Yeah.
I will say
I love that body design.
I will say when it comes to tools, if anyone's looking at the Capri torque wrenches, I just got the quarter 3/8 and 1/2 inch, and I took them to the shop, and I've been using them to try to break them in and kind of test them against like some of my Matco or
I'm trying to find it here. Ah, here it is.
Lazy went digital.
I finally broke down, Brandon, from my last live stream we were in. Everyone was making fun of my little Harbor Freight spark plug tester. I broke down and got a snap-on one.
There you go. But I like the adjustable ones.
I mean, I like this one. It was cheap and it does the job. I finally broke down because everyone's pushing me to go get a snap-on one.
See, this one has that adjustable gap. I took the top off because I was using it on that four-wheeler. Now the four-wheeler's fixed, kind of. It runs pretty good. I don't want to jinx it, though. So I cleaned the new carburetor, and after that, it seems to be fine. You know, sometimes you can get a dirty new carburetor. I've seen it before.
Can't go wrong with a small block Chevy. I know BMWs was talking about putting in the Blazer.
You would make that Blazer run better? A 351?
No, a 350 with a 400 crank. And a Dark Pro 1 aluminum heads, Torque 2 intake, 850 CFM Demon carb. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
Say screw it, 427 big block with a blower, twin Holly, 4-barrel, double pumpers. Just go fuel. Just kill the fuel economy.
You're right, Dave. It is from an Echo kit. But these are one of the best ones. That and it's the same company. I think this company's the one that makes it for Echo. At two.
Yeah. I'm not a Steelers fan, and I'm from Pennsylvania. Just,
I don't care for sports, period.
Go Steelers
all the way around.
Steelers.
I was a Baltimore Colts fan. And then, well, it was a Redskins, the Baltimore Colts, and then I went from the Redskins and then the Ravens. Now it's the Washington football team, which I still despise. They changed the name.
Yeah, no, but I like how they did it because the NFL is like, you have to change your name. They're like, all right, we're going to be the Washington football team then. And everyone's like, what the hell? And it's like, yeah, that's just what we're going to be called.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, but we still have the Cleveland Indians, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so there's a road by me, and it's called Squaw Run Road, Squaw. And I guess squaw is it can be used as a racial term towards Indians. Like, who the fuck researches this shit? Like, that's something that's been there for hundreds of years, that road. And now they're going to change the name because a couple of people are a little offended by it.
Everyone gets offended by the littlest of crap now.
Everything. These younger generations, man, they fucking show up with, tampons in their penises.
How I like to say it is,
Oh my
I just
God.
sit here and fart and offend a whole bunch of people.
Oh my God, that was.
But that was, I will say though,
That was
I
funny.
heard a lot of
That
stuff,
was-
Neil.
that was
That
funny.
took the cake.
I'll
Maybe if they
just
quit
say,
eating the Tide Pods, they would have some more freaking brains to them.
well, none of them know what they are gender-wise, so.
Exactly.
So what do y'all think
That was
about?
funny.
What do y'all think about this? Jake Paul wanting to fight Mayweather.
Go for it.
I think it's going to
Who's
knock out
fighting who?
like the first few minutes.
I'll pay for it, man. I'll pay to see it. Actually, he knocked out that Nate Robinson. I'll be honest. So, like, I don't know much about the Paul brothers or whatever, but Jake Paul, he's pretty committed to this boxing. I think he'll get his ass whooped, but
I don't know who any of those people are.
Yeah, no, it's for the better, for sure.
That's how I see it with all sports. The less I know about the sports, the better. The only thing I care about is keeping these old girls running and helping people that need help.
Exactly. And Grimute said he's spot on. It's white people that get offended about everything now because they want to change everything.
I don't know. I guarantee right now, if I can offend someone just by the color of this tractor. Oh, that tractor's white. I'm offended. Oh well. Oh, the race mower's black. Why is it black? Oh, I'm offended by that. Well, screw off.
You're white, so people are going to be offended by you. I mean, that's just
screw off then. I'm living my life the way it needs to be. Simple, taking care of other people, and being happy.
Yeah, I'll help anyone out that needs help. Does not matter anything else. Just
I treat you how you treat me.
Exactly.
You treat me good, I'm going to treat you good. You screw me over, you ain't going to ever hear from me ever again.
I try to help everybody, but some people do not want to hear my opinions. Some people don't. They get a little eerie when they see a woman working on a car still.
I got a 10-year-old niece. One day her friends say it's so weird that you go out and help your uncle out in the garage. I'm like, I'm teaching her a skill that most dudes don't even know.
I taught I went wheeling at Twin Buttes four wheeling, and I was blitzed, but I was teaching this 14-year-old girl how to drive my Jeep.
That's awesome.
Because she didn't know how to drive a clutch. So what I did, luckily I have a twin stick transfer case. I threw it into 2-wheel low, and I just let her piddle around with feeling the clutch and the release. And then I took her out on a 101 trail. And
my brother's first vehicle was he bought a 1989 Toyota pickup, extended cab. It is a pretty badass little truck. Is stick shift, and he's 5 years older than me. He bought that when he was 18, so I was 13. And just watching him drive around for a few months, I was sitting in the back seat, and he's in the front seat, and his buddy was up there, and I was like, I can drive this. And he's like, you really think you can drive a stick shift? I said, yeah. So he let me hop up in the front seat, and sure enough, man, I shifted his gears, all the way. It's a cool thing to learn.
I had a very hard time learning stick when my car was a stick. After that, I just went and bought an automatic. I got the Bronco. The Bronco was an automatic. I was happy with that. Then I got the CRV. The CRV was an automatic. It wasn't until I got into my last class in CDL, and they were telling us all the trucks out on that lot are stick shift. I sat there, I was like, I'm going to screw over a truck. And as I can quote this, my first day, just learning, we went over the basics. My first day, my CDL teacher threw me in a semi-truck and told me, big pedal's clutch, middle one's your air brake, the one all the way over to the right is your throttle. I said, okay, simple. He said, now, you're going to drive this like a freaking rental truck. Beat the living crap out of it. I moved 3 feet and stalled that truck out. He said, good. I said, how's that good? I stalled it. He's like, most kids can't even make past the 2-foot mark. We got out on the road. I'm babying this thing because I'm afraid of screwing it up. He said, dude, you don't have a goldfish between your lap. Beat the dang truck.
My dad always said you can't granny on.
No, and as he said, I had a habit when I couldn't. You don't push the clutch all the way to the floor in a semi truck. You push it in a little bit, then you shift your gear, let go, then you put it in neutral, then clutch it again, and then put it into a gear. I had a hard time realizing there's like a halfway point in that clutch pedal. We got on the highway and he said, dude, stomp that clutch. If you can't find the gear, grind it until it goes in and dump the clutch.
Yeah. My brother used to work valet at like a country club, and I guess the older Saabs
were stick.
Yeah, they were stick, but up and to the left was actually reverse.
Yeah. Anything with Cummins is like that.
So this kid goes to bring it back, to the people, and he thought that was first gear, and he drove it off over a hill. Totaled it.
We worked on a Ford flatbed that had a Cummins in it, and the gear shift ball had first, reverse, second, third, fourth, fifth. When it was reverse, first, second, third, fourth, fifth.
Did it have the NV 4500 or the 5600?
I think it had the 56.
Depends on the year of the Cummins.
But after hearing that we were learning stick, I wanted to get a head start, and I tried driving that thing. I threw it into what the shift ball said, first gear. As soon as I started letting up on the clutch, it started backing up or starting to go back. And I'm saying, everyone's yelling at me, you're in reverse, you're in reverse. I said, no, I'm in first gear. According to this ball, it is first freaking gear.
First gear.
And they were yelling at me. They threw me out of the truck. One kid threw it into that gear, and it started backing up. He's like, nah.
I dabble
right.
a little bit with restoration.
That's first gear.
Not the best, but I still try doing restorations when I can. I think it's fun.
I try to do restorations when I have the money.
Yeah, it takes a lot of money sometimes. Well, that's why I started doing these. These aren't as expensive to restore, and they're pretty fun. They're relaxing to me. I can sit out here. It don't take a lot of money.
This is restoring. This is my restoring idea, and this is what I find relaxing.
If you watch my Subaru saga that I posted, it's basically taking a blank shell that has nothing in it, and then I bring it from shell to car in 3 weeks. If you want to watch that video.
I got a whole playlist on
just
restoring the tractor and restoring the plow.
I'm still struggling. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm still struggling to try to figure out the carburetor on my old Craftsman chainsaw.
So not working right?
It's all messed up. I have to adjust it.
Now, does it have the splines on it? On the adjustments?
Yeah.
I got a screwdriver for that.
Chainsaw tuning can be a little finicky.
I have the spline screwdrivers to adjust the high and the low. The problem is it just the adjustments are just like I'm starting from scratch. So I don't like where should I have the high and low mix at? So like say if you had them both turned all the way right, so basically off. How would you open them back up?
1.5.
Both of them?
We start off here at the shop. If we're getting a chainsaw, we screw them all the way in. We count how many turns in.
Yeah. I have it all marked out.
And then we would go 1.5, and this is the spline one I got off Amazon.
I got the same one.
Yeah.
And then
on the low speed,
the high more, right?
And then do 2 on high speed, Then when we get the chainsaw running, we hold it wide open throttle and then adjust it until it sounds where it's happy.
Okay.
And then we go back to idle and just try to idle it and get to where it sounds happy.
The problem with this one is, so like I've had it for 10 years, and I put it through good use like the first 6 years. Then after that, like where I live, you always have a tree fall down, whether it's my property or my brother's property or something.
Yeah,
so like
I hear that one.
After that, I didn't use it for a while, but like I'd still pull it out, fire up first time, all the time. Like it was working great. And then this year, I pulled it out to cut down a tree, and it just was full open throttle, but then when I'd hit the trigger, it would just cut out. And like I can't ever get it to
idle,
start up, and then like when it's idling, it's always spinning the chain, but you don't want that. You just want it,
to chill out and just idle.
To chill out, and then when you hit the trigger, to go. And honestly, like I have a decent, the small engine shops are very hard to find nowadays. And I have one that's all right, but like they take forever. And like now I feel like this is something I can figure out, but I just,
it could, there could be an issue with other, like on my chainsaw, I have a Farm Boss chainsaw, and sometimes fuel lines go bad on them. That's why I keep at least 5 or 6 sets on standby. Sometimes, like just recently with my leaf blower, carburetor just goes bad. I don't know why. I've cleaned it. I put new gaskets in it. I've rebuilt the carburetor several times. It just does the same thing you said it was doing. Like how your saw is doing, it's doing the same thing at mine. And eventually I just said, screw it, and just bought a new carburetor put on there and had just to idle it down. Yeah.
At least you're not dealing with this kind of carburetor.
Yeah, I'm happy about EFI. That's the only thing I like about EFI. No more tuning. But now I got to tune the Honda to take the freaking crap I'm going to put it through.
Dave, I don't think, I guess it depends on your area. I don't think we're in highest demand as we used to be. Because a few years ago, I used to be swamped with repairs, and then it's starting to die out. So I'm starting to get into bigger engines, power sports and stuff.
Like where I live, there used, like growing up, there was a guy that just had a garage on the front of his property, and you just took your lawnmower or chainsaw or whatever to him, and like magical, right? It's very hard to find a guy like that, nowadays.
Exactly.
Where I'm at,
I am literally the only small engine shop in this county, as far as I know, in this county, that will work on the old vintage tractors, and will gladly take them in no matter what condition. I'm the only shop, as far as I know, will do this.
I wish I would have known that a couple of years ago, because I had an old, I think it was a 72 Montgomery Ward garden tractor. That thing was a beast. And but the drive shaft just cracked. And my father-in-law, he fixed it. It was, pretty good. Fix, he's a mechanic, but he's not like a machinist or anything. Mm-hmm. But eventually it snapped again, and
I try to use as many OEM parts as I possibly can get. But like for this one here, I had to make the there was some bushings gone bad in the axle. I made the bushings out of some oil bronze I have just laying in the chip bin on the lathe. I made new bushings stuck in on this. And just the other day, I had a wheel horse come in that had an axle. It had like a.
Hey Neil, if you get the carburetor number off the side of it, I might have a carburetor kit if you feel comfortable want to trying to rebuild it. It's not hard after you do it. It's just kind of.
I might send you a video or something just so you can maybe diagnose it and then tell me exactly what's up.
Yeah. Now it was a Cub Cadet that has the hydrostatic rear end, but used a drive like a traditional drive shaft from the motor down to the hydro, like the old John Deere 140s did. Came in. The complaint was when starting, there's a lot of racket that sounds like it's coming from the drivetrain, and they wanted me to look in the hydro pump. It was just the shaft itself was splitting, and the universal joints were shot. I had to track down a whole new drive axle or drive shaft for it.
Yeah. Guys, that person asking about restorations earlier, I started a new channel that I'm going to have a lot restorations and stuff on because I don't want to get off topic. So I'm going to off topic on this channel. So I am going to post a link here if anybody wants to join that channel. I hope to post new stuff in it soon.
All right. And I'll just sit there.
That was Raphael and.
Oh man, you missed it, Raphael. Brad was just here. You could ask him about it again.
I saw that 25 on you.
So how's everyone doing tonight?
Good, how you doing?
Above ground. Barely surviving above ground. The only way to do it.
Yeah, well, at least we're above ground, man. That's all I can say. A lot of poor folks out there are not.
Yeah, and of course carrying the big wrench because I had a raccoon try to open the front door on the shop.
Oh man, there you go. Shoot, I always got my hollowed out torque wrench at hand. I just lost you
I
guys.
usually have my pew close by.
Just to say, New Orleans is not above ground.
Brad. Get your Brad goes up.
Yeah, I kind of left my pew in the gun safe.
Uh-oh. God, you said the wrong word.
Now I got to take it out to the gun shop and have a firing pin redone on it.
All right, on.
It's sticking something fierce. I don't know why. I've tried taking it apart and cleaning it. It didn't help much.
Hey, Brad, you missed the thing I did for your live stream. I said you're going to be giving away a signed picture of yourself in a bikini. You weren't here for that.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with the my signs. No, speaking of signs, Brandon, you're gonna laugh at this.
Did he say hi?
Is it a key sign? You said Steven.
Behind.
All right, I grabbed it. A car came in. It was a second generation CRV. A guy came in. He said, you work on cars? I said, depending on the problems. I'm not very skilled in automotive repair. I'm more of a small engine shop. He said, oh, well, I kind of got a problem with my car. It's kind of overheating. And he backed down. He backed it up to the shop. I was like, okay. So let me go take a look at it. Out of the front of the vehicle was a box tube coming out at a 45-degree angle with a flat aluminum plate mounted to the end of it. I was like, what the heck's that? So I grab it, pull it out. It turns out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. This was in a guy's radiator. I said, I found your overheating problem.
Jesus.
That'll do it.
We call those
no parking.
We call those floorboards in Pennsylvania.
Floorboards, huh? You know, not so real.
That right there is your hood in Ohio.
That's a floorboard in Pennsylvania.
I get the old signs. The total sign
Jamie, you're in Texas though, not Pennsylvania right now, right?
Yeah, I used to live in Pennsylvania.
We have both state inspections and emissions.
That's why I register my vehicle in states I don't live in.
That's what
We
that's
just
what I'm
have
saying.
inspection.
Hey,
We don't have
Smalley,
emissions.
I
But
don't.
we do have to have a catalytic converter. If your vehicle came with a catalytic converter, smog pump, or anything emissions related, it has to be on the vehicle and working. But we don't have emissions testing.
Yeah, but what's the year that it goes back to?
It goes back to, I know right now the Bronco is still underneath that warranty,
like-
so I think it
it's
goes
like-
like back to 94 or something like that. If it's still going to be driven, if it doesn't have antique plates, it still has to go through our normal inspection, as far as I know.
Yes,
Most states do exemptions for like 25 or 30 years older.
Nah,
Hey,
because my neighbor has a
his name is Jamie.
76 Suburban, and it still gets him. He still has to go through normal inspection on it.
Unless you're in California.
Oh yeah, you're just screwed in California.
California's emissions are horrible.
Dave, I lived in Middletown, Ohio for like 6 months, and that was it. That was enough for me. I still have an uncle that lives in Germantown.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, cool. Small just real quick. I know you still looks like you got 23 people in the chat, and I think it's a cool little live stream you've had, and I want to do something for your viewers, man. I've got I don't know if you can see it. It's a tumbler. It's a Monster Mobile tumbler, brand new in the box. You know, you give the drawing, have the people get me their information, or you get me their information, and I'll send it out to them.
Okay, pick a number in your head.
I think it's a 20-ounce Monster stainless steel tumbler.
Pick a
Kinda
number
like
in your head, and we'll just do from 1 to 100. And when they get to the number that you decided you have in your head, then we'll.
I'm calling 69.
Old school.
I learned from everyone in the chat. I'm calling 69 is my number to enter.
All right. Well, when do you want to start then?
All right.
I don't see the chat going. Hold on one second.
All right.
I see.
I'm not gonna look at private chat.
What's the last comment? Is the last comment from if it's not broken, fix it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now Robert Waters built over bots.
All right. Cool. So I got a number, and just like I said, remember my name. Go.
Okay. Ready, guys? Let's spam the chat with numbers.
I'm going 69.
No, not yet. I see 3 numbers. It's not none of those. I gave you guys a huge what do you hint? Nope. Don't see it yet.
Princess Jamie, I call Florida the home of my beer state because I think anything goes there. When I was there, I saw it seems like anything goes there.
I mean, you could legally drive go-karts or golf carts down there.
You can do that in Texas too.
If you don't get caught.
Yeah. That reminds me, if I go to Florida, I want a K24 swap a golf cart just for the heck of it.
You want to drive it out in the ocean like Whistling Diesel?
No. I want to do burnouts. That's all I want it to do.
He said numbers, Brad, not letters.
I don't know how many numbers been listed, man, but mine's not there. Now, if it's not broke, fix it. Came very close.
Ooh, is it
Hey, you people in the
6-0?
chat. Who said that?
Me? Rome 6-0? Is it 6 below?
I don't see it. Type it in. Now you can have it.
Awesome. Let me get 1 second. I'm going 6 below. Ladies and gentlemen, do not get an iPhone. They're slow.
Yeah, well, my Android's slow too, but I can't have nice phones no more. I put them in my toolbox or anything.
Old school repair shop. You nailed it on the head. 66.0. Come on, power stroke, guys.
Below.
Y'all should have knew. He stands power stroke in his name.
That's what I said. It's in my name, guys. And I'm gonna have to switch computers here in a minute because my garage computer is about to. It says it's gonna restart, and I don't know how to stop it from restarting for an update. So I'm gonna have to go inside the house. But shoot, I'll be inside in a minute. But DM me your information, man, on Instagram or something, and I'll get that out to you.
Yeah, he's on Instagram, old school.
All right. Is it the same as your YouTube channel? Is the little display down here?
It's all lowercase and no space. It's just Power Stroke Jude.
Got
all
it.
Lowercase. All right, yeah, and it's just so you know, it's the. I'll read it to you what it says about it. 20-ounce stainless steel insulated tumbler, 20 ounces. Monster Mobile. I think they're going out of business. I ordered some stuff from them. They sent me my stuff. They forgot to send me a pair of pliers. I asked them where are my pliers, and they sent me like 8 of these tumblers. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever.
All right.
And they refunded me my pliers too. So I was like, all right, cool, that's fine.
The rumors I hear is they're going out of business because they lost the lawsuit with Monster Energy drinks.
That's what I've heard.
That's what I heard too.
Not. I haven't really done too much research. I just heard people talking about that on YouTube and on Instagram and whatnot.
Hi again, Roger.
Hello.
Roger's back.
I'm gonna go ahead and move to the inside. When I get inside, I'll send you another message so you can send out the link again so I can connect to it.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you guys in a minute.
Okay.
All right. I just found you on Instagram, so I'm not sure if the right one.
I gotta give me some insulation in this shop. It's cold. This little heater ain't doing nothing.
I'm waiting for the old cold heater to kick on.
Bolster Repair Shop, right? I just followed you back.
Yeah.
DM me and I'll send it out to you. I'll probably send it out Monday or Tuesday morning.
Alrighty.
All right, I'm gonna sign off right here. And I'm gonna move inside, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll send it out to you. I'll probably send it out Monday or Tuesday morning.
Alrighty.
All right, I'm gonna sign off right here. I'm gonna move inside, guys.
What is that? What is that noise?
Like talking or something?
No, it sounds like static.
Probably hearing my fan or my heater. Because I'm
Heat is
standing right
there.
close to my heater.
Whatever it was, it just kicked out.
Yeah.
Oh, then it ain't my heater then, because my heater's still going.
Could have
You
been
don't
me.
need
I moved
heat.
my headset or headphone plug in.
Heat is overrated. You need to climatize.
I just need a better furnace.
Anyone else heated jackets and maybe some heated gloves?
I would love a set on this winter.
Actually, I was looking at the Milwaukee heated jacket.
Yeah. Looks good.
I would love to set on this.
I'd like to get it.
I mean, when I was in Mason, Texas, the other weekend, for the 4
Oh,
day
we got a
Thanksgiving,
small engine legend in the house.
it was like 30 degrees.
Heck, we should get him on the freaking panel with us.
Yeah.
It was like 30 degrees.
So that way out, it does get chilly in Texas sometimes, believe it or not. You might not think it, but it does get its times where we get chilly. It just don't happen often. Okay, Robert. You say that. I want you to come here when it's 100 degrees outside. Let's see if
All
we
right,
can
what
survive. Okay, Robert. You say that. I want you to come here when it's 100 degrees outside. Let's see if we can survive.
This is my heat source for the rest of the night.
I could just get my propane forge, but I don't think that's probably good to run in a closed-up shop.
There's this old diesel lamp. Minus 20, yeah. And I'm complaining that it's cold in here.
He's in Canada, so.
This old diesel lamp.
Jeez, it's 73 in my house, and I haven't even turned the heat on yet. I haven't even turned the heat on last year.
It is just over freezing in here.
Robert, that's why I travel on other people's dimes. I never travel on my own dime. If someone else goes on a road trip and invites me, I go with them. I never travel on my own dime.
My road tripping days are done. I kind of want that right here. Yeah, after totaling the car once, my road tripping days are done.
It hit 60 degrees here today, so
65 over at the shop.
Jeez.
Oh, that's the wrong link. I was posted the wrong link, Jude. Anybody else, when they hear his name and someone says, "Hey Jude," thinks of a Beatles song?
Yeah.
hey, Jude.
Hey, Jamie, where are you located?
San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
Heck, you missed it there.
Do you watch the Spurs at all?
I'm about
No.
45 miles from Brandon.
The shop is in Comfort, though.
Oh, okay. I'm about 45 miles from Brandon.
I hear feedback. It's in Comfort, though.
Yeah, I hear a little feedback as well from someone.
Let's blame Brandon.
Yeah.
My fault. I'm just gonna walk away. Y'all can have this string. Night, guys.
Brandon.
What'd you eat for dinner?
Hey, lasagna.
It was good looking, dude. It looked good.
Dude, lasagnas is yeah. Tomorrow night we
had blowtorch burrito.
Had a beard batter chicken here tomorrow.
All right, I'm back, guys. Been in the house. You hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right, cool.
I'm telling you, this little kerosene lamp is doing good. It's heating up my feet pretty nice.
Man, you guys see my little gremlin?
My little heater.
This right here. Come on, put your hand up.
No.
This little
No,
power.
we don't bite.
A little power
Brandon
stroke.
might. We won't.
If any of you guys have kids, man, between the ages of like 8, 10, 12, 14, or whatever, he's got a YouTube channel called Matt the Surfer Dude. You know, he does Hot Wheels and action figures and stuff like that.
Cool.
Later, Bruce. Thank you for stopping by.
He's got a whopping 10 or 12 subscribers already too, so he's growing.
Wow, congrats to him.
Later, Bruce. Thank you for stopping by.
I am from West Virginia. The north, like if you look at the map, I am about 5 minutes away from the very border of West Virginia in the northern panhandle.
I am from West Virginia. Like, if you look at the map, I am about 5 minutes away from the very border of West Virginia.
I've been to Eastern Ohio, so the West Virginia border.
That's 100% feedback.
Man, I'm glad I saw West Virginia because I was looking at your when it came up. I had the little screen on the camera going on the bottom of my phone. I just saw Cumberland. I'm like, oh man, I should have said lower 48. Lower 48. Then I saw West Virginia, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, Cumberland, where the heck is that? All right, Cumberland, West Virginia. Cool, man. How you like it out there? You guys getting some snow?
Last week we got hit with a out of nowhere blizzard, and in one day I made almost $100 just plowing people's driveway with the newest addition to my collection.
Oh, nice. Man, you got a good snowblower then.
No snowblowers. Everyone around here has gravel driveways, and a snowblower is the worst thing you could have.
Oh yeah, man, that'll toss rocks like crazy. That'll toss rocks like crazy.
I bought an 04 Kubota BX23. It came with all the attachments I need. It came with a rotiller, box blade, post hole digger, snow plow, front and rear bucket, and a
dude,
mower
you're
down.
set up, man. That's got all the setups on it.
And the tractor had extremely low miles. The problem was it wasn't getting fuel. I had to change the fuel filter.
Kubota's a good brand too. It was
I
a
heard a
fuel
lot of
filter.
good
That's
things
why
about
it wasn't
Kubota
starting.
get stuff done.
Yeah.
Man.
The filter
Man,
was
isn't it awesome to know how to work on stuff? The people think things are dead. You change the fuel filter and it's running. Man,
when I bought this thing, I paid $200 for it. The thing wouldn't even crank over. I walked over. When I bought it, I just went underneath, plugged one wire in, and it fired up at the auction. I literally drove this tractor out of the auction, and a guy offered me $2,000 for this tractor. I told him no, and I kept this thing. And as we can see, it's fully restored, and it's my big baby, one of my babies.
That's nice.
One out of eight.
That blue toolbox in the back. What's that?
That I have no clue. That was my grandfather's box, and
Nice.
and I think it was my great grandfather's too.
I bet you it's built like a truck, man. I bet you that thing's solid.
It's solid as can be.
Yeah, I mean they don't make them like that anymore, man. It's hard. I mean, if you're not getting a tow truck brand, and even tow truck brands are a little, janky now.
Yeah.
And back in the day, man, you used to be able to get a good solid box, man, at a brick and mortar.
The box I have my laptop sitting on right now, it's a snap-on. Let's see, what is it? A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drawer box.
At a brick and mortar.
I'm afraid to really move it around anywhere. It just sounds so cheaply made. But it's a snap-on box.
I'm afraid to really move it around anywhere. It just
That's why I got my Harbor Freight one. I got it up. I had it up front earlier today. I ain't scared of moving it around like I would a more expensive box.
I'm just afraid like one of the casters is going to break off.
Yeah, I've got a Craftsman double bank, top and bottom, and I worked at a shop where I guess it wasn't the best of areas because everybody used to have to roll their toolbox into a rail cart and lock up that rail cart at night. All the mechanics would roll our cars into a rail cart. And after about 9 months, when I had to upgrade the casters, but other than that, it held up fine.
Yeah, my first week at Toyota, I noticed all the boxes in the shop are key locked, and somehow, if they're on wheels, they're chained and bolted to the cement floor. Apparently, someone's been breaking into the Toyota shop, stealing people's toolboxes.
Man, that's horrible. I hate thieves.
I hate them more than anything.
We're at 2:47. I'm gonna let it go to 3 hours, and I'm gonna end it at 3 hours.
If somebody steals my tools, I'll know who it is.
You got GPS on your tools?
It's just me and one other person. So.
Oh,
He had to make it past our gas meter in order to get to the shop.
Well, what's that?
Roger, and Old School and TMN. I mean, you guys all got YouTube channels?
Yeah, mine's Roger's Fix It Barn.
Okay.
Mine is
TMN?
literally Old School Repair Shop.
And TMN?
The maintenance man.
TMN, the maintenance man. Got it. All right, man. I'm going to check all you guys out and subscribe tonight. And I'm already subscribed to Princess Jamie, who has 0 content. She took it all down. But
No, I have content now. It's back
did you
up.
put them back up? Okay, I've probably watched what you have. You don't have nothing like you had before, and I'm on small engines already.
No, there is an issue with people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to definitely check all 3 of you guys out tonight, and I'm going to subscribe to your channels and watch your content. And I promise when I watch content, man, I make sure I have time to watch a video through. Man, I don't like watching 2-3 minutes of a video. If it's a 30-minute video, I need 30 minutes time. I'm not going to start it if I'm not going to finish it. So you guys will get views from me, I promise.
That's good.
I'm going to try to
I got a video coming out with the Sears. I made a complete 3-point hitch on the Suburban.
Oh, nice.
I've just used pictures and I built a whole 3-point hitch.
You guys, it's a lot later for you guys than it is for me. It's only 8:30 out here in California. But tonight I'm probably gonna go home in my garage, and I got to film a review on those Mac ratchets that I just got. I got that deal from Mac, man, great deal. So I'll probably put those. Maybe I don't know. I have a few different videos I need to catch up on. So I'll be putting something up tonight.
Well, what part of California are you in?
Southern California, Redlands, California, just about 50 miles east of LA.
I know where it's at.
Okay.
I'll be coming out your
I
way.
lived out there for several years.
Oh, what part, Roger?
I started out over in Carson, Torrance area.
Oh, okay. Well, you were by the airport.
Yeah, I eventually moved up on the mountain by Lancaster.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's the out by Palmdale by the desert.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Cool.
From there, I moved back down here to Texas, where I was born.
Oh, right on.
Born and raised right here on this property.
Cool. Yeah, well, I've been in Southern California my whole life too. I was born in LA, USC County Hospital. That's why I'm a big USC fan.
Weirton Hospital.
Yeah. So when you coming out, Princess Jamie?
I'm coming out to Moab in the springtime. Once I finish my build, I'm gonna take it out to Moab. Take it like to Pritchard Canyon. I might end up going as far west as Johnson Valley, but we'll see.
Man, you got to make it out.
Hitting up
Yes,
SEMA.
we can get JD and do a meetup.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to trailer it or just drive it and kind of do a road trip with it.
Have some fun with it. Drive it.
Yeah, but then I'll break it and then I have to fix it there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I plan on, once I get the Honda completely done the way I want it, I plan on going to SEMA with it.
Little back one, 38W.
I plan on, once I get the Honda completely done the way I want it.
So what about the other guys that were on earlier that I was watching a little bit? Do they all have channels? That guy Stephen Cox, does he have a channel?
Oh yeah.
Stephen Cox.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. I know Stephen Cox.
Yeah.
It's just a small one.
Yeah, just itty bitty one.
Yeah,
They're not big time like us, you know.
Yeah, I just wrote all your guys' channels down so I can check them out later.
Yeah.
Definitely,
You got
subscribing.
the good of the land on there?
Say that again?
The good of the land?
No, I didn't. Was he on earlier?
He was on earlier.
The good.
You're one of the ones I teased that they just got small channels, so we're the big timers right here.
Oh yeah, big timers. I'm a whopping 135 subscribers.
Hey, that guy right there is our big guy. He just hit 1,000.
Did you? Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
I can't wait to get there. I've been working on it for 4 years and 350 videos.
Yeah, and if Brandon hits 1,000, I'm shaving my goatee on the next live stream he does on that 1,000.
That's awesome. I would have done the same thing, but I had it down to here last Sunday, and I took it all off. So I should have waited.
I was looking like Neil at the end of November. I was looking like Neil.
I'll have a video coming tomorrow that's going to explain the process of a choke pull-off on a carburetor that I just replaced on the Jeep. And then I'll do a cold start fire to show proof of concept.
That's awesome. I love people who can still work on carburation, man. Too many people are afraid of it. Carburation, I always tell people fuel injection is what it is, but you give me a carbureted engine and I promise you, give me the right parts and the right tools, and I can get at least one more horsepower out of an engine.
That's one thing I've always
rewired. That's all you need with carburation.
Maybe because I've been a small engine guy for so long, but I can usually rebuild any carburetor for about anything, big or small. I did a Spitfire in Florida car. Rebuilt the carburetors on it. That's like $100,000 car.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
It sounded healthy when once he got it running.
Yeah, it's gonna sound smooth, not like smooth like when I did the ignition control module in my PJs at like midnight at the shop. But it's gonna be smooth, like it's not gonna go into like rich fuel dumping mode when it holds the choke plate closed and the choke pull off can't open up the butterfly properly as the high idle cam increases. So it's smooth now.
Sadly, that's the only stuff I have carbureted.
You know what's awesome, guys? I used to do this all the time in my streams, but we've about kept a steady at least 20 people in here in the chat, which is pretty awesome. I ain't had those numbers in a while. Neil probably remembers my old streams. I used to get that, and then I took a break from it. It kind of died out for a while.
Yeah. The maximum I've ever gotten in a live stream was 5 people.
It's tough, man. The first few I did, it was very, very, talking 2 to 5 people. But it was still fun as hell.
Yeah.
Because sometimes
get interested.
You'll sometimes see a stream that has 100 people on it, but there's really only 15 people on the chat actually being part of it. Everyone else is just kind of listening, seeing how it goes. But I like these, man. It's cool. You get some people, you get different talk. Get different views on what people think, on what people work on. Like old school, man. That's awesome, dude. That deal you just got on that Kubota. I love hearing about stuff like that. I can do that kind of stuff all day. And then maintenance, man. You said you're just about at 1,000. That's awesome, man. I love hearing that. I'm going to be new to your channel. I'm going to contribute and help you get there. I'll have my son help you get there too. He always likes to watch the stuff that I like to watch.
I appreciate that, and I try to keep it very kid friendly because I got 3 kids myself, and when I first started channel, wasn't completely kid friendly, but like I don't swear a lot, just in general.
I try not to.
I swear at myself more than I do,
I swear more off camera than I do on camera.
Yeah, like there's just
I would agree with that.
Place for it, like I started watching people's channels and stuff, and like sometimes my kids are around, and there's words that are dropped, and like I know they're gonna learn it someday. I definitely know that, but like,
I try not to on a video, but every now and then I have it. Sometimes it slips on me. Like if I'm working on something, I guess it might be just the mechanic in me because let's face it,
it's part of our language as mechanics.
Oh, for sure. Well, not only that, tradespeople in general.
You're not a mechanic unless you swear like a sailor.
Yeah.
I try not to. I really try not to swear.
I try not in front of customers or family.
Never.
I'm not on my own. I'm bad.
I just don't like.
Cousin was here, Bobby. That was one big thing I had with him was you do not act like that in front of customers. The way we act away from customers is different how you act around customers. You gotta be professional. But he never seen that. He could never do that. So good riddance, I guess.
I had a friend come over. He needed blade sharpened. I slit my hand open on that, and he heard everything. I called that mower blade everything but a freaking white boy. And then he took me to the hospital to get stitches.
That sucks. Where's that feedback coming from? Hope it's not me.
Yeah, it's coming from me. I got cheapy
I feel like it's from outer space or something. Like it's been there the whole time, man. It's just like sitting there resonating.
They're watching us.
Well, if they're watching us, I think you're number one.
Yeah, well, like BW's Electronics said AV is not a PC guy for sure.
Oh dear
And,
Lord, no.
I feel like I'm him. I'm not him, but he does his swearing respectfully. There's
It's funny.
but AVE is respectful, and then there are some channels that are just downright the people just don't know how to swear. You have to learn when to use those words and when not to.
Exactly.
That's my point.
AVE says it to get a laugh, I think. And he just says it in
Yeah,
a joke.
he doesn't even say it all the time, though. He talks very well. He puts together everything very well.
Yeah. I love when he just goes over the Milwaukee grease gun. I loved watching that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, he's basically you don't want people growing up to be vaginas, so that's what his channel replicates.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here again. My video is froze again.
Okay.
All right, Roger.
All right, take care, Roger.
All right. See you
Take
next.
care, Roger. I'll be checking out your channel tonight. You'll be getting a subscription from me.
Well, guys, I hate to do this to y'all, but it's been 3 hours and I got stuff to do.
You're killing me, man. You're killing me. Man.
Come on, you're killing me, Small.
Come on, man. 3.5.
Come on, you got another half hour, 2 maybe 3
man.
hours.
3.5.
You got 15 more minutes in you, right?
Got 20 people in the
Okay,
chat.
15 more minutes. 15 is it.
15.
Go pop a Red Bull. Go get a Red Bull.
I say 20 minutes, man.
Like that.
20 minutes. One for each person in the chat. 20 minutes. One for each person in the chat.
If I was up there, then I would have another 2-hour drive home after this stream.
Because I want Red Bulls. Do what Stephen Cox did. Pop a roofie. You'll be good.
Yeah.
I can't believe you said
I don't think how that works.
The guy Steven roofied himself. That is hilarious, man. I'll be telling that story forever.
Yeah,
He's looking desperate. He couldn't get out and fix something that night.
I mean, Steven knows how to party if he roofied himself.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
I mean, granted, I've gotten drunk and climbed up in trees. I've never gotten to the point where I've roofied myself.
I don't know. There's sometimes
I got some stories drunk. I got some stories drunk.
Well, the bad part is I'm terrified of heights.
Like the time I woke up in a patch of cacti in the middle of a desert in Arizona.
How'd that happen?
It was a long story.
We got time.
Apparently we don't.
Gordon Brandon, we don't.
I fell on a few cactuses in Arizona, and I gotta say it's not pleasant. So
no,
I got bet $20 to kick a cactus.
Turn the kitchen light on.
So I was partying in this town called Bisbee. This was back in 2013.
Matthew.
This is back when I drove the Jeep from Georgia to Arizona, which, by the way, I do not recommend. It was horrible.
Turn the kitchen light on.
Pretty loud.
No, the problem was it wasn't going to Arizona. It was the fact I left in the springtime from Georgia to Arizona. That was okay. But coming back, it was late July, and I was crossing South Texas in late July and you can kind of guess on how with no air conditioning.
Yeah,
I've been there.
But you just put your doors behind your seat, put earbuds in, and keep going. Anyway.
Hey, what's up, Renegade? It's got to be late out there in Florida.
Anyway, I was I got super drunk at a party in Bisbee. Next thing you know, I black out, and then I wake up in McNeil, Arizona, at my friend's grounds area, someone drove me and the Jeep to this like another party. So it turned into a pool party, and I'm like, okay, well, I think I'm ready to do this. Apparently I wasn't. I came out of blackout just to drink more, go back into blackout, and next thing you know, I wake up in the middle of the desert in McNeil on the property with my Jeep in the cactus, me laying over the seat, the sun beating down on where the top was. It apparently took the top of the Jeep off at some point. I woke up. My entire back is like lobster, and I'm hunched over halfway, like standing in cactus and leaning over the driver's seat of the Jeep. That was horrible.
That beats what I know. I just got climbed a tree and passed out.
Fireball is an enemy.
Moonshine.
Well, I don't know what it started with. I don't know what it started with, but it was.
Matthew.
I just know how it ended. I had one horrible bathing suit tan line.
We all know how bad that is.
I know how bad it is for both parties.
It was a mess.
So what's everyone's plans for Sunday?
Christmas party where I hope I don't get drunk and end up in a patch of cacti again.
Let's see. The only thing I got scheduled for tomorrow is wipers on a 96 Subaru Outback, WRX, and after that, I am going to be whipping donuts in my yard all day with the race mower, just because I can.
I'm finishing up these hangers for a piece of PVC pipe that'll hang on the wall for a backdrop for my sister.
Eventually, I want to go and clock my transfer case flat and get that support ring around it, but that's not happening tomorrow.
Steelers.
I promised myself no work on Sunday.
Oh man, you guys got your hands full with Buffalo.
Yeah, we're pretty beat up actually, so it'll be a pretty close game.
Maybe I might be hanging up this no parking sign in the shop somewhere.
You could hang it on your back.
Maybe. No parking. That'd be a good idea. It's kind of big for my back though.
I know someone who can make it into a shirt.
put it right above.
Maybe I'll put it on the front of my Honda. Oh, then that way no one can hit the front of my car. Perfect.
There it goes.
I might try them at 4.0 again, but I think Jamie's right. I'm going to have to get MAP gas. That propane ain't heating it up enough.
Yeah, MAP gas is the shoe. Yeah.
Or go big and get oxyacetylene.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of money laying around right now. I just bought a lathe.
MAP gas works, man. It does.
Yeah, MAP gas should get it done. You should be fine with that.
Does the body good.
It's too big for the toolbox.
All right. Well, Brandon, 3-hour live stream, you old man, you did
3 hours. I know this has been a while. We ain't done one like this in forever.
I know.
Remember that one we did that was probably almost 5 hours long? I couldn't walk the next day.
Oh, I remember that.
I just heard you did something for 5 hours and that you couldn't walk the next day.
You did a 5 hour live stream of being in a chair for 5 hours.
Hey, we know where her mind's at.
Okay, it is turn out right now.
Once you get past 10 o'clock, the content just gets a little bit more PG.
Yeah. Well, Brandon, was I on that live long stream?
I can't remember. I don't think client was in, and then he came in and that's when it got long. Or it was Cajun Coin Hunter.
Yes.
And you know Cajun Coin Hunter. You get Cajun Coin Hunter in a live stream. The guy's a great guy, but man, you ain't leaving that stream for a while.
Well, I appreciate everyone showing up tonight. I really do.
Same. It's been a blast. Maybe next time, if I get the old two-stroke running and get a rear tire for it, maybe next live stream I'll shave my goatee. If Brandon hits 1,000, I'll try doing a burnout on that old thing.
Yeah,
right. I'm gonna keep pushing through. It's been hard for me. I've hit a rough patch in the gaining. I don't know why. I just slowed down, but it'll pick back up one of these days.
Yeah, I'll shave my ball sack.
There you go, Neil.
Do that on live stream, man. We'll get some real viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
We already got some weird viewers.
And my ball sack, I mean, like, you know, you have basketballs, you put them in a sack. Sometimes, you know, stuff that gets on them, you got to trim it up or whatever. So,
yeah, you don't want the root being all fuzzy.
Yeah, you know, family friendly.
Like
yeah,
you said,
family friendly.
And if you're not subscribed to BSS, please get subscribed to the guy. Dude throws out videos,
I appreciate it, guys.
Puts a lot of work into his channel. He deserves, you know,
he deserves more than what he has.
He should, yeah, he should be at 1,000.
What are you at, BSS Small Engines? What are you at?
What am I at number wise?
Yes.
I'm at 69 the last time I looked. I try
869?
not to look at numbers much anymore.
So I took your maintenance man. Your name's Neil?
Yes.
Okay, and old school, what's your name?
Everyone calls me Jar Jar.
Jar Jar, all right. So
Jar
can I call
Jar
you Bink? And
I
BS
never
Small
knew
Engines
his
or
name.
first
I
name?
was doing old school. And I've been talking to old school for the last couple years now.
Yeah, everyone. It's either a lot of people call me Jar Jar Binks or old school. Hardly anyone calls me by my actual name anymore.
All right, well, I
It
just
feels
wanted to
weird
make-
hearing my actual name.
And BS Small Engines, then what's your name? Or what do you like to go by?
Brandon.
It's actually Brandon. It's that's why it's BS Small Engines. It actually stood
Brandon
for the
Small
company
Engines. Okay.
that- Brandon
If you
Small Shirt.
if you think about it, it kind of spells like something. It's kind of bull something small.
That's what I was saying. I was thinking steer manure.
I did a video on that. But then again, that's why I called this a very BS Christmas. I thought I'd get a few laughs in the title.
I didn't even look at the title. I just took the link you sent me, typed into the computer. I was like, oh, okay, we're here.
Yeah, it's a very BS Christmas.
Hell yeah. This and
This is
next,
fun. We're gonna do more of
next
these.
weekend I'll be on with Brad's workbench, you know, and his he makes his anal plug Christmas trees. So
Yep.
Yeah, I need to come up with a Christmas special.
What Christmas trees? Did you say what
you'll have to see Amos Cardoza, famous Amos. Thank you for joining us, brother. I appreciate it.
He's very popular in some communities, just not on YouTube. I hear
Who?
Brad's very famous on OnlyFans.
Oh yeah. Well, Brad's Workbench's OnlyFans is like probably one of the best underrated OnlyFan guys OnlyFans out there.
Well, as soon as you get one, Neil, you know everyone's going to flood to that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well, have you
but
been
then-
to the BS Small Engine ones?
no,
I I
I'm
teased
looking at
everybody, so I actually
Instagram,
made
dude.
one and put a small engine video on there.
Yeah,
Because I teased everybody I was going to go to OnlyFans.
I'll check it out right out after this. I was thinking of setting one up, but like, it seems like women have a stranglehold on that type of content.
Yeah. And how I see it is, I'm lucky to know how to use Instagram.
Ooh, wow! Instagram's another beast.
I am lucky that I know how to use it, and I don't even know how to use it correctly.
I like Instagram.
I only used Instagram because when I tried to start this YouTube channel, everyone told me that I needed it to promote the channel, and it's true. But
it's
yeah, I've only been using it for a couple months.
Instagram has been more of my out because I
Yeah.
don't have time to make videos all the time. I can just like take snippets of pictures, like, hey, look, I got this whole like transmission assembly apart right on the bench. Click.
Yes.
I don't
I
really
got
have
a lot of companies that follow me on Instagram.
Or
I have
a
no
DM
company.
at 10 o'clock at night. Here's my transmission I just put on. right, Jamie?
What's that?
I said, or just send it in a DM, in a chat. Hey, Jude, look what I just did today. Show me a transmission on the bench at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I do with Brandon.
Maybe I use Instagram wrong.
That's because I DM you like that because I was doing it like right there in the moment. I was just like taking a break and I saw that you sent me a message. And I was like, oh, well, this is what I got going on right now.
No, it's cool. I'm just
I don't
joking.
answer it.
Feel free. I love seeing
I
pictures.
do that to Brandon all the time. I'll just DM him random pictures and be like, hey, look what I did.
Yeah. All right, Brandon.
Yeah, I think I'm using Instagram wrong because I never really, well, sometimes I post stuff, but I usually upload a video to YouTube, and then after it's uploaded, I show some pictures of something similar to what I just uploaded, and say, hey, go check out YouTube. That's what I did. I guess I could be putting more pictures of different stuff on Instagram more often.
All right, guys, I have to call it a night. I got to get in, go to sleep. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming in. It's been a great Christmas stream.
Maybe I'll do a Christmas special. We all jump on the Christmas one and just screw off, I guess.
Maybe.
I wanna maybe next year I'll grow more and we'll do it even bigger. Maybe we'll get sponsors next year. Now that'd be great.
Oh, I'd love to have a sponsor. I had to lose one of my sponsors.
How do you guys go about getting sponsors? I mean, I saw Olsa Tools had a thing where you can apply for sponsorship, but that's kind of like asking to. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted someone to hit me up, not me to hit them up.
That's how.
Plus, I don't even really use Olsa Tools.
When it comes to sponsors, like don't even ask me about it because I'm not even. If sponsors happen, they happen. If not, then it's like whatever.
They usually send you emails. I do. I don't know about Neil, but every now and then, if I get an email for the Amazon links, if it's really good ones, I'll do it. I'll take the giveaway, or I'll take their stuff. But usually, that's all I get is the Amazon ones. But I pick and choose which ones I take. I won't take them all.
I thought I would have been a hypocrite.
I had one sponsor, and he had to go on. His business went under, and I lost it.
Yeah, I couldn't even see myself. I always talk about how I like ARES, their storage stuff. Because they're a real big competitor, I think, with Olsa Tools. So I'm like, wow, why would I would be a hypocrite to start trying to use Olsa Tools when all I ever use is their main competitor. So I didn't even. I just was like, nah, I'm good with that one. I don't need that one.
Yeah, exactly. We all turn down Snap-on sponsors. Like we do.
I mean, if Snap-on wants to throw me a big, massive toolbox and re-outfit my shop with nothing but Snap-on tools, I'm not going to complain.
I'll take a Snap-on 3/8 cordless ratchet.
I'll take big, massive Snap-on
I have one.
box.
I have a 1/4-inch cordless ratchet too.
I mean, I already got some of their tools in my box. I wouldn't mind them replacing all of this with Snap-on, a big, massive Snap-on box.
To me, the M12's too weak, so I'm thinking about going to the Snap-on one.
It's not weak. I use the M12 every day. It's not weak.
Balls.
I use the
Mine's
M18
pretty
also.
But
I
how
use
about my
everything from their borescope camera, multimeter,
Matthew.
power probe, soldering iron, test. What was this thing called again? Poking thingy. I don't know. I can't remember what this is. Test light.
Is that a test? Yeah, I said
Test
test
light.
light.
And now I got their snap. I got a snap on spark plug tester or spark tester. Everything else is Craftsman and Harbor Freight.
I got a slew of everything between Snap-on, Matco, Craftsman, Capri. I have a lot of Capri here lately. SK.
I also grabbed their needle file kit and a brand new micrometer.
Lang. I recommend the Matco ratchet wrenches. Those things are nice.
Yeah, but why don't recommend whoever makes them for them? Because you can probably save about $100.
Cabo makes the ratchet wrenches for Matco.
I've got their.
At least from what I understand, Cabo makes them.
I've got their flex and reversible ratchet wrenches, and I think they're great. But I know I spent way too much money on them. I wish I would have got them from whoever made them. I do. I also have a lot of cool stuff lately.
Guys, we're going to end the broadcast. We can still stay in the chat and talk if you want to for a little while, but we are going to end the broadcast right here.
I'm game.
All right, so guys, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
I'll stick around.
See everyone.
See you guys. Thanks for having me.
Help Brandon get to 1,000 subs.
Yes.
Right.